Mic on, turn the Roll20, roll the Discord on, all the audios are on, everything is on, cool beans, pretend to be a professional. Welcome back. We are here in episode 16 of our Port Nyanzaru, our Tomb of Annihilation campaign. We have learned that the jungle takes and takes and takes. It's a lesson written in the roots of mangroves, the laws of the Reclamation Guild, but rarely does the lesson land with such finality as it did within the walls of Fort Beluarian. Quick brief flashback because we've been gone for 21 days. We began our campaign with you guys being a chaotic band of strangers in Port Nyanzaru. You were surviving dinosaur races and navigating a little bit of a hint of political intrigue, braving the open ocean aboard a boat called the Salty Sparrow. You were fighting pirates and battling brine-soaked dead in a mangrove cove, and forging bonds in the fires of combat. But a disease that has been hypothesized to be known as the Withering Disease, that creeping necrotic rot, claimed one of your own named Parn, the copper-blooded dwarf. That wasn't his name, he was just Parn. His spark is gone. His copper skin is stilled, leaving a silence where a warrior once stood. Now your mission changes slightly. Having completed and delivered your missives to Fort Beluarian from Port Nyanzaru, you are no longer just explorers, you are now escorts. Saphira Dwelmar, the second in command, soon to be the first in command, Flaming Fist, the Blaze Flaming Fist, of Fort Beluarian, as Liara Portier is going to aid her uncle in Baldur's Gate, has tasked you with transporting 3 prisoners. She doesn't care what you do with them, but to transport them, there's a spice trader named Mara Tenry, a pirate conspirator named Jacob Press, and an accused defrauder of the merchant princes, Valtor Kindtrue, along with an enigmatic Lady Mirabelle Thorn, who is asking to be safely transported to Port Nyanzaru, as her boat was beset upon by what she claims to be giant frozen men off the shining sea. You guys should be on the map layer. I do have a new map here, so you don't have to worry about those undead, those ridiculous and totally arbitrary zombie zones. So over here, her ship was beset upon. It was blown off course by a errant sea storm and sunk by frozen giant men. She's asking to be safely transported to Port Nyanzaru. And as you set out from Fort Beluarian, you decided not to go back by boat, but instead to walk over the land, over the tangled roots and the unknown, carrying both the dead weight, or the weight of the dead and the weight of the living. Welcome back. This is, again, episode 16, I think, as we are affectionately calling this one Along These Shores. As we come back into the scene here, just because it's been a while, why don't we take a moment to kind of flip between the characters and see like a quick vignette, or rather just a small snippet of how your character looks. You've gotten a good night's rest in Fort Beluarian. You are departing the gates on your walk towards Port Nyanzaru. Our party consists of, and I could probably on the art ticker here find these people, but I'm just not going to... let's see. Sorry, I have an art ticker for the YouTubes. We're going to see if we can find, just so I can show them off for better context. Guchamog, the Black Dragonborn, who is your host and patron from the Reclamation Guild. We have Sage, the wild woman, who so far we haven't learned much about her history, other than her grandmother has sent her, or sorry, the spirits have sent her from the jungles to Port Nyanzaru to make friends. Her small little twig lizard companion named Barn, as in born in a. I believe that's the way you introduced them every time. We have Zenthar Dardane.
Dardane, yep.
Yeah, Zenthar Dardane, the Drow Forge Right, the smith who we have lots of things about Zenthar that we've learned, kind of we the audience, but not we the players yet. We have Lorelei, the floral genasi, who is our bookish, oh my goodness, what's the movie? Mummy, and it's like the That's what every time you talk, I imagine you as the girl from Mummy or the lady from Mummy, the Mummy rather. We have new to the group is our Valtor Kindtrue. He is a sort of tabaxi warrior to have joined up as the newest. And then just shortly before that, we met Phoenix. I don't know if we have a last name for Phoenix. I'm sorry. You probably have given me a last name, but I have since forgotten it. Phoenix, the boy genius who seems to be suffering from some sort of brittle bone or very fragile body disease. What does it look like as you guys are setting out of Fort Beluarian? The big stone, big wooden posts behind you, endless jungle to your east, the Bay of Chult to your west, and nothing but fate in front of you.
Lorelai's very much just withdrawn at this point after everything that's happened. Probably walking a little behind the group, just eyes on Parn's body. Just kind of coming to terms with the reality of the situation.
Yeah, so we see the camera pan across your maybe like wistful eyes as you see Guchamog. The body has been wrapped in these linens and blessed so that it, according to the priest in Fort Beluarian, he did that so that it would not become, it would not raise as undead. He blessed the body for its final rites. I think I gave his name, but it doesn't truly matter. Nope, can't find it. Yeah, so you do have your body being carried by Guchamog, kind of across his shoulders, kind of on like a makeshift military cot being carried across. What about the rest of you? Who do we go to next and get us back in the scene?
Do we remember which direction we're going or where we're taking?
I don't know if you guys had decided officially. You are going to go south toward Port Nyanzaru. At the very beginning, you see that there are up ahead two paths, like kind of two general ideas. You can hug the shoreline, but that is much like the Sundarbans in Vietnam. It's like endless mangrove. You're going to be walking over tangled roots, low branches. Sometimes you're going to have to wade through waist deep water and mud. So if you've ever been in like the Florida area, not the Everglades, but specifically like a mangrove forest. Very, very tangled roots, low overhead tree cover, super wet. The other half is like going through the Florida Everglades. It's a little bit upland. There are some splotches of land in between the water, so it's not totally walking over tree root, but occasionally you end up with a lowland in the water that is just flooded, swamped land. Those are your two kind of general ideas of how you can walk back to Port Nyanzaru.
You would find that stage like my and kind of like skipping, not walk in the water. If you guys will let me, I walk what I deem to be the path through the jungle. And just kind of side-eye people behind me to make sure they're following. Mostly just talking incessantly about nothing. Like, this way, we could probably get there in 5 or 6 moons. I don't know, give or take. They're slow. You know how to walk onwards. That's okay. Everyone is excited. Float her to go. No, two. She's just like looking at Lorelai specifically when she says that. 3 of them here, and when we bring like before join the front groups, just going on.
How about the rest of you?
Baltor would be walking up to the other prisoners, asking if they wanted him to remove the shackles.
Yeah, absolutely. And like they just like they hold up they have these makeshift they're not so much shackles so much as just like a wrought iron figure eight with clasps here and here. So it's just one piece of iron that's been bent around their hands. And like there's probably a clasp in the middle of it, but for the most part it's just a very like again solid piece of iron that was then bent into a figure eight around their hands. They're like, yeah, I the heat and the moisture is really starting to, and you look at it and they have like it's been rubbed raw. All the hair's been rubbed off their wrists.
Yeah, as we're walking, just pop them off. And from there, I would start to look at the group, trying to figure out exactly who they are and what they are, because I really don't know them. But I want to observe first.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll have a moment for that. I want to establish the scene, and then I'll cue you guys up for the day stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Phoenix and Zenthar, as you guys are setting out again, traveling. This is the first time you've been doing overland travel. But what do we see your countenance look like as you're departing the gates, getting ready for this trip?
I mean, other than making sure he's got everything on his like his standard wares he would have, I feel like he would just be sharpening his side short sword. Just make sure that that's ready to pierce if need be. Make sure his hammer's not like, the wrapping on it's like fine or whatever. Just make sure his stuff is just maintained properly. But other than that, he's not really going to be saying a whole lot. He's going to be kind of like to himself, but at the same time, like he's going to be expressively known as his eyes is interactive with everybody and everything, but he himself is not saying nothing. I don't really know how to say that, but
Oh, that's good. Yeah, he's taking in a lot. He's just not giving a lot.
right.
Yeah, the tracks. All right, Phoenix. I know that Mr. Body. We haven't mentioned Mr. Body, but what does Phoenix look like heading into this additional day of like these 6 days of walking back to the Fort Beluarian or Port Nyanzaru?
I mean, he's just being carried by Mr. Body right now, like, like, what's it called? Like how people like carry the bride, like that. Like that's how he's being carried.
Nice.
Like over dramatically, has his head thrown back.
You look the part of being dead, being carried. So we have Guchamog carrying the literal dead body of Parn, and Mr. Body, our beloved and somewhat creepy. Let's see if I have probably the art ticker. I think I have Mr. Body art. Sorry, I'll come up with a better way to cue this in a second. Phoenix. Here we go, Mr. Body. So this is Mr. Body. They are we have established they are an undead. That is a known detail of them. They are wrapped in body linens. They have a very dramatic black overcoat, black gloves, protecting them from the elements of just being exposed to being an undead. And they kind of answer the beck and call of Phoenix. So as your group gets started, and as both as Valtor and Zenthar have described, kind of watching the rest of the group, and even to a greater extent, Sage says that like they're checking behind to make sure everyone is following, just to make sure that nobody is left out or falls off the trail here. You do see that they are all Sage. As you turn around, all the prisoners are now unshackled. They kind of like look and like they can go back to the fort where they heard like they're kind of lowly grumbling between each other. We can go back there and she's just gonna kill us for being escapees now, and now we are derelicts of the law. Like now we're escaping flaming fist laws, and now we can be put to death by them. I'd rather go back to Port Nyanzaru because I have a couple different people who can get me out of this trouble. Let's just go with them. Yeah. I mean, I don't really want to get lost out here either. You heard that lady? She said she was attacked by frost giants. No, she said she was attacked by frozen ice men. It's clearly a Yeti. Like, these parts, a Yeti? Like, they're just kind of like bickering back and forth about what she was attacked by. And the old lady, Lady Mirabelle's like, oh, 10 feet tall they were. Handsome lads. I wouldn't mind being strapped up by the strapping lads. Quite the look on them. And she's like, this is like Betty White, too old to be raunchy, but like just kind of endearing because of it. But she's just like, oh yeah, it was very dramatic. I wouldn't want to be caught out there by them alone. My whole crew sunk to the bottom. They did. And so they kind of like, this is going on a little bit, and they look up at you lot, and it would probably be one of the other prisoners, and they're like, you crazy lady, which way are we going? I see that there's two paths there. There's the very clear, I don't want to go in the water path, and I also see that I don't want to go in the upland path. Why didn't you take the boat? Why are we walking?
Why wouldn't we walk? Do you like rowing?
No, I
Are
don't.
you a rower?
No,
Or boat people.
Oh no, I'm.
No. Oh, okay.
Okay then.
If you wanted for all of us there, so we could go do it. But the thing is, like, you're gonna that like with the guy, and he looks, which was so we can't want to.
So we'll walk then. Got it.
I don't make a plan, and then I would just look back at.
So we'll walk then. That's fine. Yeah, we'll walk. So if I'm familiar with these parts, there's what they call the salt route, the salt rot, which is the area to our west over there by the water. And the other part is, I believe it's known as the high green. And I mean, each present their own challenge, but you clearly seem like very capable adventurers, and Guchmog is like scratching his nose about like meanwhile he's shouldering the literal death of another one of your companions, and he's like
Completely accurate.
he looks at Zenthar and is like, his eyes go like he rolls his eyes real big, which is dramatic for a dragonborn who like don't have the same facial flexibility as everybody else. But you know, he tries. Yeah, so you guys, DM speak, you are presented with two paths. So each day of this travel will, each hex is 1 day of travel. So that's, you are looking at roughly 6 days of travel. Depending upon like how close, if you decide to go the upland route, it might be slightly longer to go around here. Because you can't truly go from, if you're looking at the map, you can't truly go from like here across the water. You'll have to cut inland for a day, and then you can go across. So it'll be about 7 days back to Port Nyanzaru. Alternatively, if you decide to go what's called the salt rot, I'm not going to be able to say that all night. If you decide to go the coastal route, you'll be able to skirt this here and get there in about 6 days. There will be a water crossing when you get down to the river Tiryiki. So either way, you're going to have to kind of like caulk the wagon and float, or you know, find a way across the water here. But yeah, so there are two different routes.
Old school Oregon Trail.
100%. Yeah. You all get dysentery.
That never ends badly.
Yeah, caulk the wagon and float, or what are the other options? You could wade the river. You could look for alternative crossings. You could just give up because the whole game is meant to kill you. Sorry, if you've never played Oregon Trail, go get your handful of disappointment like the rest of us. Okay.
Dysentery and
yeah. They don't tell you the rest of how you die with dysentery. Get dysentery, shit your bowels out, and die. Okay.
Kind of fine.
Sorry, let me tack my PG TV 17. Got it. Or what? I don't know the different settings ratings. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So you are just DM speak. You are presented with two different routes. You can either go the salt rock route, or you can go what they call the uplands, the high green. You don't have to make that decision now. You can probably make that decision somewhat in the middle of the day. But you are going to have to walk towards one or the other. Getting some kind of like just walking south is going to be fine. By the end of the day, you're going to have to choose whether you want to go the coastal or the inland. But for the most part, the beginning of the day, it's very pleasant weather. There's a light ocean, like mist coming off the ocean. It's not like a heavy deluge. It's not like a heavy, hot and humid. It's a very nice breeze followed by like some ocean spray that comes in. The nice warm smell of ocean water, ocean rain. Nothing that is, I think that's oppressive at this point. It's still early in the morning. And the group is, it's kind of like the first day of the fellowship setting out. It's pleasant. The fellowship being like the greatest of all time. So, cool. And I think, unless there's like, no, I'm just, it's very easy to travel. You guys are able to have any conversations at Voltor that you wanted to engage in them. You do see that there's a different countenance. Your group is seemingly all of them are aware that Parn is dead, except for Sage. We did cover that last time. That Sage is not aware, and I think Voltor instinctively you'd be able to pick up on that, like that she's not understanding. But yeah, feel free, Voltor. Ask the questions you want to ask before we get into like the travel mechanics of this.
I guess Phoenix, just because alphabetically. It's the easiest way to do it.
Voltor sits there with a registrar of his companions and says, Phoenix. In the Phoenician alphabet, your name becomes first.
I would probably slow down a little just to get near them. And you are not a very good hiker, it seems.
Oh, what makes you think that?
Because I have eyes.
Might need to get those checked then. I could replace them for you.
Do you know somebody good who could look at them for me?
As I said, I could replace them.
Oh, are you a doctor?
Sure. Let's say that.
You don't sound very convincing.
Oh no, you could. I am very good at my job. You can trust me. I have never done anything illegal. We're all good.
And what about this one? And I'll point to Mr. Body. It is very strong, but it does not talk very much.
Well, I mean, it's hard to talk when you don't have vocal cords.
He'll like look off for a second and like try and talk, but not move his vocal cords. You're right, that would be very difficult. I never thought
That's
about
what I
that.
said.
It's very strong?
You
Or
notice
do you just not away?
it does not display any of the signs of struggle in carrying Phoenix. That like if someone was carrying something heavy, we all would like, okay, this is heavy. I'm doing a farber carry. I have like my traps are engaged. My traps are getting my triceps are getting a little bit tensed. My fingers are like kind of working hard on it. There's no effort. There's no strain in Mr. Body carrying Phoenix. It's as if either the pain doesn't reach Mr. Body, or the pain doesn't like it's not painful. Like it's just not an effort to hold the exact same position. There's no muscular fatigue is what I'm saying. Like we all get cramps if we hold the same position, even easy positions. Like stand like this for 5 minutes and your arms are going to come down even if you don't pay attention to it. So
Seems very strong, and it is quite amazing to see.
It could use some improvement still, but for now it works.
What would you do to improve it?
Honestly, at this point with the materials I have, I can't do much. I'd have to go back to my lab and probably look around a bit, see what I can find. See if I
Well,
can find some new materials, maybe.
If you ever need help getting materials, just let me know. I'm very good at acquiring them.
How good are you at acquiring human organs?
He'll look into his bag. Right now, I don't currently have any, but I on occasion do have some.
Oh, well, let me know. I'll take them off your hands.
The other three traveling with you, Lady Mirabelle and the two accused prisoners, immediately like look around to whoever's the farthest from you two having this conversation, and you're in the back. You said, right? Because you kind of slowed down to let them catch up. Yeah, they look up and they're like, crazy lady at the front with the big guy carrying the wrapped body, and the green lady walking next to the wrapped. Like they fall down over themselves. Lady Mirabelle is exceptionally fast for an old lady. Like she hobbles her way up there. She doesn't have like a walking cane or anything. We're not doing like the comedic of that. But she gets up there and she's like, she walks up next to Lorelai, and just kind of like like that way that like old people, don't shoot me for saying this, but just like ramble. But she doesn't ramble with words. She just starts like whistling half tunes and changes the tunes halfway through. So she's just engaging in pleasantry next to Lorelai. But to get the hell away from those of you talking about accumulating human body parts. Yeah, she leaves that conversation.
Is there an age limit on what you're looking for if certain misdeeds were to happen to those? Kind of gesturing ahead to her.
Well, unfortunately, elderly organs tend to be falling apart. They aren't the best.
Oh, believe me, I understand.
But for the most part, as long as they're healthy, you get some nice organs. And even if they don't have very nice organs, you can always take their bones.
What kind of nod is that? I think that you are going to be fun to work with.
Likewise, and he's gonna like hold his hand out to shake his hand.
I will shake back.
While they're having that conversation, Zenthar, Lorelai, or Sage, are you guys engaging in any other of your? I know Lorelai, you said you're kind of like gobsmacked, or that's not the right term. Paralyzed in your kind of like disappointment. How quietly do you guys walk?
Me? No.
Quiet? What? Was
Yeah,
ist das?
hell
¿Qué significa esto? Like,
It's clear. Like, I take my steps. I can kind of look like I'm gliding. But, like, the entire time, that would be like the leaves on things as they walk, and like stopping to stare at a very like that's the tree, just I don't notice. Very robust this time of year, I don't think that I would actually be engaging in people around me if they all seem very sullen. I would just pointing things out to Parn. So maybe if anyone is like looking at me around, I would be pointing it out too. Like, leave once inside of it when you break it open was when you get a burn, son.
yeah, and
Or at least that's what grandmother said.
Lorelai, you
Used
probably
to do.
recognize most of the plants that Sage is describing, like either from your own personal botany or from the primer, the druidic primer. Either way, like you're starting to recognize, like, oh yeah, that is aloe vera. I don't know what the hell she called it, but like that's aloe vera, and like, oh, that's a monkey paw. Like, oh, that's jackfruit. We could eat that. It doesn't taste very good, but it's edible. Like you're starting to recognize some of the things. Listen, stop, Malcolm. We're gonna go to hell. We're gonna go to fists over this.
Pineapple and banana flavor mixed. It's amazing.
No. We're gonna go to fists over this. Smells awful. Okay. So as Sage is pointing these things out, Lorelai, you definitely, if you're not registering them right away, like the familiar words might bring you back into the moment. They might not. It's up for you to decide. But like you are aware that like, oh yeah, okay. I've heard that word before. Like all of the things that she's pointing out, maybe she's not saying the words of them because Sage didn't study any formal education, but you're recognizing the traits that she's like, oh yeah, it has a spiny exterior with a sort of hexagonal cell structure on the inside, and you're like, oh, dragon fruit, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a botanist. But I think if that's still going on, the one of the prisoners, rather, instead of one of, we'll just say for certain, it is Jakob Press, who's been accused of being a pirate conspirator. Will walk up next to Zenthar, and he's like, I hope you don't take offense to this, but I think you're the only normal one here. And he's like trying to whisper.
So-
He's trying to whisper it quite low. And he's like, I don't have much to my name presently, but I do have 15. I do have 15 gold on me, and I have 15 more in a bank in Port Nyanzaru. If you can protect me, just ensure my safety in returning to the city. I can assure that it's all yours. I'm just not. I'm not really well traveled. And he pulls out like a billy club, like the version of a billy club, which is like he has a staff and it's like yay long, and it's narrower on one side and thicker on the other. And he's like, I'm not really comfortable with combat, or fighting or like protecting myself and things like that. But I do have I have gold stores and connections, and if I can just you don't have to nothing special. Like if I can just stand next to you if stuff goes bad and like set my tent up next to yours, I'm just looking for a bit of extra protection. I'm sorry if it seems forward. He kind of looks back at the rest of the group. He's like, I don't know if you heard, but they're talking about collecting our dead bodies, and they're more interested in plants. And that one, and he gestures at Lorelai, kind of like he sees that Lorelai is like kind of zoned out, and he's like, she hasn't said 3 words since we left.
Her friend died.
Oh, sorry. I guess. You can always revive him, right? Like that's a thing. Like you guild members, you always have that safety stipend in your safety budget in your contracts, right?
It's a little bit more complex than that.
Are you not guild members? He kind of looks at you like incredulously, like, are you pretending to be guild members?
No.
Then
It's just a complex system.
Oh, I didn't mean to offend. I'm sorry. Listen, here, and like he holds out a small little like coin purse of roughly about 15 coins inside of it. He's like, please, I just take it as a gift in kind. If I can just stay close to you to protect myself during our travels, I'm just really not comfortable with it. Please, he'll hangs out the coin purse in front of you.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. I won't be in your way. You won't even see me. I'm just gonna stay close to you, for safety. He kind of like looks at you and does he takes a step back and sees if that's far enough away from you for you to be comfortable with it. He's like, no, okay. Takes another step back to see like, is this okay? is this okay? Like he just slowly walks. He gets about 18 feet away from you, 20 feet away from you, and just decides like that's where he's going to camp. He's happy enough to be 20 feet away from you at all times. Feels a little bit safer there.
You can be close as you want. Just don't come on me. Yeah.
He is now 3 feet away from you. He's
That's
not like bodying up to you, but he's like 3 feet away from you. As you guys are
Yeah.
walking through this morning, he doesn't bother you for this day. It's not like he's like an incessant fanboy. He just wants to be close to somebody who looks, because let's be honest, casters don't look all that ominous unless they're like a wizard with scars in their head, or if they're a warlock with a cursed blade. Sorcerers it's intrinsic, right? So like Sage doesn't really look all that casty. Lorelei looks like a flower girl. For Christ's sake, she's shedding flowers. They're probably blue because you're sad. Yeah, so she's just shedding blue flowers everywhere, and he's like, that girl has dandruff, but it's shaped like flowers. I don't really want to be around her.
She's green.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah. Here, I found my art ticker of Lorelei. Yeah. So as we're like, your traveling is starting to come into like different groups here. Not really cliques, but just different groupings. And you're kind of, it gets maybe an hour into travel. Maybe an hour and a half into travel. It's kind of like a moment where you realize you didn't stop to have breakfast, but you could have eaten, like, oh man, I was kind of hungry. Like, a few of the people are taking out their water skins, and like, it's kind of hot and humid. So they're taking the first drinks of their water skins. And they kind of look expectantly at you all like, so we're not really experienced travelers. Oh, I'm not either. I always have someone to take me to my nephews. Are we going to stop for a break at any time? I'm quite peckish.
I have jerky.
Oh, I love jerky.
Hearing that, I'm gonna be like, no, we'll cut some fruit. Don't eat the jerky.
Takes her dentures out. Yes, they have dentures in this world. Dental is free in the Forgotten Realms because fuck you, America. No, just kidding. I love America.
Ain't it?
Takes out her dentures and she's just like,
Oh,
just like
Lord.
sucking on the jerky. She's like, well, that's got a potent punch. Oh. Puts her dentures
Thank
back
you,
in.
Grandma.
I'm just gonna put this in my pocket. And she just like puts it next to her pocket and just drops it on the ground. Like, thump, drops it on the ground behind her and walks a little bit faster away from it. Like,
Let's take a break here, everybody. We'll just a quick break for a little snack. Sage, would you like to come with me and we'll grab some of that jackfruit we saw?
Just start wandering. And you're grabbing jackfruit. But I would be grabbing like other like just little bulbs.
Fair enough. So yeah, I'll just take my dagger and go cut off a couple jackfruit.
yeah, it's very low hanging, easily accessible fruit. There's no spines, there's no thorns, there's no like danger to it. You do see that there are some like some fauna who are aware of you. Maybe like a lemur of some kind, small sort of primate animals, probably like iguana, like tons and tons of iguana. Nothing dangerous in these parts. There's no like alligators or crocodiles laying underneath. There's not even like the like a pack of Compsognathus. Like there's very like benign fauna watching you harvest this stuff, and they kind of like look up at you and just watch. Some of them are down like in the lower shrubbery. The ground here is beginning to turn into that mangrovey sort of like borderlands. In the Washington area, what would I liken it to? God, there's nothing. Which is why Washington is so good. Well, if you can imagine what if you're familiar with the Sundarbans, or the Mekong Delta in Vietnam, kind of all of that area is what you're walking through, what you're like on the border of walking through.
I feel like you and me also like dying lizards or an opportunity. We try. I'm just saying that loudly. I'm not afraid of scaring them off.
I'm
Okay.
only getting about half of what Fear says.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm not hearing too much myself.
Fierce, I wonder if you have a the audio like automatic detection in Discord and it's just set too high. I don't know. I get the parts that you speak, it's really clear, but then it does kind of like only give me half of it, which is odd.
But it kind of fits for Sage.
Wow, that's
Oh, that's fucked.
So what you're telling me is that her microphone is doing what all of your characters' attention spans are doing. Got it.
If I give a high five, I would right now.
that's pro level.
It's fucked.
Okay, it's not a big deal. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I think so. 1 second. I'm gonna in the settings of Discord, under user settings and under voice and video. I don't know if you see you do it on the phone, right? Let me see if I can go to Discord. Sorry guys, we're gonna segue so we can get better audio quality here. In the bottom right where it says you, and then in the upper right where there's the settings icon, if you scroll down to voice, there should be a auto sensitivity button. Do you have yours on auto, or sorry, I don't know if you even see what I'm seeing. No.
Do I go under manage?
Let me see. So you went.
No.
So once you're in your profile, I don't know if you can even see my phone with the reflections and everything. If you're in your profile, in the upper right-hand corner, there's a gear icon. Click that button.
Under manage?
I don't have a manage. Weird. Let me see.
I don't have a gear icon. I have the 3 dots.
Okay, let's try that.
Is it view per server?
No. Okay, so I see what you're doing. You're looking at your profile. How to? Okay. Click.
You need to go to a profile though, right?
Yeah. So along the bottom, do you have home, notifications, and you? Along the very bottom of your app, the 3 buttons: home, notifications, and you.
No.
Click the you one and then click it again. That should pop you into the settings menu, hopefully. No.
No idea what you're saying.
Let me see if I can. How to share screen? I can't. 1 second. I'm gonna put this on.
If you voice settings, do you need
Okay. Sorry about that. Technical difficulty. I botched my Discord now. I've got every menu open on the face of the sun. Okay, face of the earth. There's no menus on the face of the sun. Cool. Well, as we get back in, so we see you to wander off to go get, not out of sight. It's not like you're going across the the town to go to the 7-Eleven. You're going like slightly off the path to get back to the jackfruit that you saw. And you all die because jackfruit sucks. Just kidding. I'm just taking shots at you, Malcolm. Okay. So yeah, Sage, you do notice as Lorelai's collecting these jackfruit, you do notice a very familiar face. One of these tiny little black-bodied, white-masked little spirit. I don't know what you want to call them. These little sprites. These little sprite. You don't know their name yet, so I'm not just gonna like blurt out their name. But these tiny little things that you saw in the maze. That were kind of helping you during the maze, and they just look up at you and they're like, and you hear that sort of like wind chime.
You just see like just all of a sudden like celebrating, like I just won something, like, oh hi, yeah, oh my god, you will not believe what we've been doing. Like, what are you guys, like, why are you on the way out here? Did you come from a maze? Are we in another maze? I don't think these guys can do it. We didn't row very well. Are you okay? Do you need help? Or are you just making friends? I missed you guys.
It's kind of like
We've lost a lot of friends.
They just continue, like they let you talk ad nauseum. They're like their little hands. If you've ever seen like the way raccoons hold on to food, their little hands are neatly folded together. And they have more like mittens. In that like they're not wearing mittens, but they have like penguin hands almost. Like all of these fingers are molded together with a thumb. And they're just like holding their hands, listening to you.
Oh, did you need to say something? I'm so sorry. Grandmother says that I will talk over everyone, loudest person in the room. That's usually me. So it's just me talking over me. But anyway.
And that one like kind of like fades back and like takes a step back into the foliage as you're reaching for other berries, and another one comes out holding a like a hollowed out gourd, and he just holds out the gourd, and it has like some it looks empty until he jostles it a little bit, and you just realize like the water that's in it is pristinely clean. So it's like I don't know how you describe it. There's no air bubbles in it. There's no like coloration in it. It's just like this pristinely clean water in this gourd, and it holds it out to you, and it's just like,
oh my god, thank you. I was like so thirsty, and I would like give them a piece of fruit. But I would assume like I took like some mangrove apples too, like just like break it apart and give it a little bit. And like, oh, you want some of that?
yeah. You now see two of these things, and they're both they're both holding this like massive like crab apple or like mangrove apple, and they're like, and you notice at this point they don't have a mouth. Their head is this white featureless mask. I have previously shown this photo in the Roll20 tabletop. Let me see if I can find it again. Shame on me. So let's just do this. I'll drop it in the chat. Copy image address, paste. Okay. So now we'll pop this up here, and I'll turn the art ticker off for just a moment. So this is the art provided by the like pre-written campaign. These are the little things that you see kind of gathered all around now, Sage, as you're kind of like, you're just looking at nature, and you know that you are very in tune to it. Even if you're not like conscious that you're in tune to it, it's not like a virtuoso violinist knows they're good at it. But you don't really know you're good at nature. You just are good at nature. And these things are just kind of like, now that you look around, you see them all. And like, as you turn your head and you look over here, you look back and this one has broken the apple apart and it hands it to another one. And that one breaks it apart and hands it to another one. So they're holding half an apple, then they're holding a quarter of an apple, then they're holding an eighth of an apple, and they're holding they get down to where they're each holding like a tiny little morsel of an apple. And as you look around and look back to one, the apple's gone. So like, maybe they consumed it, maybe they dropped it, but they're sharing. You gave them an apple. They're just like, they disperse it upon like 20 to 30 of these little things that are around the area. How long, Lorelei, do you just let Sage collect these apples as you're collecting jackfruit?
As long as she's having a good time, I'll just like, once I have like, maybe 3 jackfruit, I'll just say, Sage, I'm gonna head back to the group. Feel free to follow whenever you're done.
Oh, you don't see our friends?
You both hear a sort of wooden wind chime that again like dum, 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 and you turn around, Sage, and there's nothing there. There's no apples. There's there's no these little things walking around. It's just foliage again.
Did you ever yell at them in the maze, or were you a yeller? Were you mean to them? Like, why did they run away from you?
Let's see. I'm a yeller. I may use words a little more pointedly than other people.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you should say you're sorry, and then they won't run away anymore. Be sorry. You don't have to leave.
Yes, I'm dreadfully sorry. It was a
Mhm.
moment of great distress, and I just, it got the better of me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that happens.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go because these are getting heavy.
Lorelei, you look around. There
Oh.
are there's nothing there. Like, jungle madness is the only thing that is there.
Fair enough.
I would
Yeah,
just
no, what?
I wouldn't leave right away with her. I would keep the group in like my line of sight, but I would just have full faith in myself that I could catch up to things that can see them, and that I do not think that any of them have any idea where they're going anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
get out.
still have the bowl of water given to you by the thing, like the gourd of water,
Yeah.
and it's just like, it looks like I mean, when Adam Sandler has like the glacial filter of water, phial of water at the end of the water boy, it looks like that quality of water.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I would take it.
Yeah.
Because they told me to.
Yeah, it is
But I wouldn't drink it all. Sharing is fine.
is very refreshing. It's cool to the lips. Once you like start to swallow it, it doesn't really feel that cold anymore. But at first contact, it feels cool. Each time you put it up to your mouth, it's like a nice fresh mouthful of water. And then goes down like regular standard water.
Did you? I'm just talking to the air now because I assume that they're hiding and I can't see them, but they're still there. Did you want me to share this with the others because they're probably really thirsty, and I don't think that Lorelei's used to walking around the jungle. I don't know about Xanthar. He walks a lot, but we just met the other 3. Parn is not dead, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure that he survives blood, maybe? I'm not sure. Body parts, definitely. He said that. But no, just human knives, I think. I'm not sure either. That's okay.
Yeah, you ponder out to the world around you. There's no response. But yeah, you're able to freely think.
I would like break apart another apple and like kind of break it apart a bunch of like little bits and then spread it out for them and gather more and like go in the
Yeah.
direction.
As you're
They're done.
as you're heading back, like you break it all apart and you go to collect maybe a handful, 2 handfuls more. And like you're holding your tunic to do the shirt as a basket maneuver. You look back and the part that you broke up is all gone, as if something had taken it. And then you head back. You see the group. The two accused are sitting, one very close to Zenthar, sitting on like, you know, he's piled up a group of rocks and tried to like form a chair for himself of some kind. The other one is just like pancaked on the ground, just flat out. Like the wheezing of out of shape walking through the jungle. Valtor, are you still talking to Phoenix at this point?
No, I would not be. I would wait for Lorelei to come back before walking towards her. You look very sad. What is wrong?
Isn't wrong, I mean. There's a jungle of death and depression. And jackfruit, would you like some?
Everything that you said there is wonderful.
You enjoy death and depression?
As long as it's on someone that I want it to be on and not on me. But whether it's on me or not is my choice. You can choose to be happy
Right.
and look at the positive
Yes.
sides of things.
Scientifically speaking, there's nothing going wrong in the brain to keep you from being happy. Very much so. Do you read a lot?
You what?
Do you read a lot?
I have been known to read, yes.
Do you like science books or fiction books or picture books?
Whatever is more useful in the given time.
Well, keep believing the way you believe. It's a wonderful outlook on life. Do you want some jackfruit? Please take one.
I will gladly take one.
Lorelei's just gonna kind of keep walking, and if he follows, he follows. But yeah, she's gonna go sit next to Gucciamon.
I will walk away.
Some jackfruit? Please take one.
I would be like kind of following behind them, behind her, and a little bit eavesdropping, but not participating because I'd still be like side eyeing the bushes and stuff around me for my little friends. But when Lorelei's like, "Do you read a lot?" and be like, look away guiltily, like, no, definitely do not do that. Do you like picture books? I'm like, probably. And just kind of like center up to them and like loudly whisper, jackfruit is kind of disgusting, but this is a little bit better, but don't tell her. Because I think she's really proud that she found it.
Oh man, the poisonous jerky is better than jackfruit. That's where we're okay. Fantastic.
I don't think the jerky tastes bad. I think that you just might die. It's fine.
I appreciate that. All right.
If I'm not too far away, would I hear her? Would I potentially hear her saying that this is better than jackfruit?
No, you would hear me saying it very loudly because
you're not being quiet. Okay.
This would be like me whispering.
Okay.
So, don't tell her. But jackfruit's kind of gross. But she's really sweet. But it's gross.
I'm gonna turn around. Why do you think jackfruit is gross? It's sweet and starchy. We can put it in a stew. You can boil it. You can mash it. You can eat it just raw. It's not gross. It's actually quite nutritious.
I mean, I usually have to put like a lot of herbs and stuff on it, but yeah, it's super, super yummy. I love it. It's really good. I eat it all the time.
I'm so confused. It's
Yeah.
delicious. Would you happen to be thinking of durian? Is that perhaps what you're thinking? Because that one is stinky and
Oh,
disgusting.
the smelly one.
smelly one.
We only give that to new people who come over, and new people, meaning no one ever comes over. But no, I've seen that
See
texture.
why they don't come over. Okay.
What?
Nothing. Well, I'm gonna go give this to everyone else because it's at least sustenance that will keep us walking. So
Why?
you don't
why
have to
won't
have
you
any,
eat?
Sage. Hmm?
I'm sorry. You
Sorry
like
for what?
jackfruit? I'll go get you some more jackfruit. Do you want some water? I'll just like thrust the gourd over. Really pretty. Don't, you gotta be careful though. Don't spill it. We gotta give them back to our friends when they come back.
All right, I'll be careful not to break it.
Yeah, she hands over a gourd that at first just looks like a standard like kind of like a butternut squash shape in that like it has like a cup and then a very elongated section in the cup portion of it. It's not a gourd that you're familiar with, like you've not studied every form of gourd, but it's just, you know, run-of-the-mill gourd. But the inside of it has this very like oddly waxy appearance and like texture to it, and as you hold it, it looks like there's nothing in it because the water is so clean, and then like as you move it around, you see that it splashes up over the edge and kind of like spills just a slight bit, so you're like, oh wow, there actually is water in there. And same thing as sage, like if you put it to your lips, it feels cool to the touch, like, oh, it's really pleasant on the lips, and then as you drink it, it like just water, really clean water.
Yeah, it's amazing.
As you cut up,
I'll take a sip.
yeah, just it's really refreshing water. As you now see, like the other both Jakob and I'm not gonna remember the other guy's name because it wasn't truly important to me. Jakob and Mara. I'm sorry, I have too many NPCs and I'm really bad at not killing them. So Jakob and Mara are both like, they've emptied their water skins, and they're like, how long was that water supposed to last me? I've drank the whole thing.
You drank all your water
Aye.
just now.
That should have lasted you half a day.
Oh, it's so hot. It's so goddamn hot. No, do we have a water catcher or anything like that? No. Okay. He just kind of like looks really disappointed, and he's like, lays down and begins to groan about like, oh, this sucks. I wish they would have just killed me. Okay. And your rest is more or less undisturbed like that. You do see, the longer you stay, I guess it depends. How long would you stay? Where's the duck emoji? Where's the duck sound? How long would you stay for your rest?
I'd say an hour.
Okay. Somewhere around the 45-minute mark, after you've been like still and truly resting, you've gotten your supplies. Now you're just letting the supplies kick in. You're digesting. You're getting out of the sun. Maybe the sun's starting to come up over, so the shadows are getting shorter. It's reaching about mid-morning, so about 10 or 11 o'clock. You are starting to see more of the fauna start to come out around, and this would be like the lizards, the little anoles, the little iguanas. They begin to go through regular predator-prey interactions where like the bigger lizards chase the smaller lizards. You do encounter very small skittish mammals. Previously I described them as kind of like the sugar glider monkeys or lemurs or things like that. But it's for the most part squirrels. Sugar gliders or squirrels. As you slowly start to see that the nature is not really afraid of your presence. It's not really like welcoming of your presence, but it's not truly afraid of you. As you break camp and get to set up, as any sort of movement to break camp, all scatters, save like a few larger iguanas that kind of like stare at you all, almost like, get out. I don't like you being here. It's my clearing. Iguanas don't give a fuck. Don't. Yeah. And the rest, this would be the point where like you do have to truly make a decision. Whether you want to go down closer to the shores or higher up in the mangroves. You could walk on the border of the two, but it's the path there is more crappy because you don't know if you're going to be on mangroves over land, and then you step off a mangrove route and all of a sudden it's a bog. So at least if you go into the bog, you'll know what you're getting, and if you stay on the mangroves, you'll know what you're getting. In the middle kind of sucks, and mechanically I don't want to run both. So your choice.
I would turn to Sage and Sage, this is kind of your area of expertise. Where would you suggest we go?
The jungle.
Overland? Completely. Got it.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about the water. I mean, I kind of do because there was like little, creeks and stuff that ran there where we lived, but I didn't live on the water. That's why I'm not an excellent rower, we've learned. So maybe what I'm
very fair. So we'll take that path, and I'll point towards like the highland greenery area.
Yeah, so you see that
unless, I would point to the others and be like, unless they change their mind and they're gonna row for us.
They kind of look past themselves at like, who's she pointing at? Are there? Oh no, I don't. I mean, look at these hands. They're not really capable of. No, it's Oh, I'm not rowing. I need more water. The guy's accent just changed immediately. It is never going to go back to whatever bastardization it was before. It's never going to be again. This is why I don't do voice acting unless I have to play one character only. Okay. Yeah, so you guys, you see off in that direction, the terrain starts to rise to like these firm limestone soil, but the path kind of cuts through dense groves of like this bamboo-like stalk, and that's kind of like the path you're going. At least you're not going to be walking in the mangroves, and you're going to have open sky above you. It'll be a little bit warmer, but you do see there's like these bamboo stalks up ahead, so the terrain is you don't feel as many bugs there. You don't feel as many, like the water is not as prevalent. You do see that Mara like takes a cane and kind of like, oh, there's water in here. And he like goes to start cutting it. And as he's cutting it, Lorelai, you start to hear this like this increasingly loud and getting louder, sort of like crackling from these bamboo, and you start to realize that you're on the edge of a snap cane thicket. You had the book, the Druidic Primer, has it written in there, snap cane itself. But as this person, like as you're learning about it or recalling your thing about it, he realizes there's water in the snap can, and he cuts off a very small segment of it and pours out the water. It's like, oh yeah, and he like takes a full swig of it, just a reckless swig as the water's like pouring down his face, and he grabs his cantina, his water skin. He's like, takes a small dagger out and is about to like jab it into another snap cane to like get more water. As you all now see that you have like this thicket that is kind of like in your way, and he's just like, perfect, I'm gonna grab this dagger, and slams it into the thicket, and is like letting the water run down, kind of like when you spike it when you tap a sap tree and the water runs down the tap into so he's just like collecting the water from these bamboo stalks. The others kind of see him doing it, and dude, is it okay to just perfect, I'm just gonna keep going. And the other one's like, oh yeah. Jakob is like, I mean, like, yeah. So they're all like filling up their water skins from the bamboo.
That's really resourceful. Did you guys learn that at your parents' house or wandering the woods?
Oh, it kind of looks like a keg. Me ma was a keg master. It kind of looks like that, and I mean, it sounds like water. I mean, you know.
What's a keg?
Oh, it's like a big one of these things, but it has spirits inside of it, like
The ghost? Phoenix, do you know keg?
no spirits, like
Yeah, ghost.
no.
Yeah, that's Phoenix. He's like spirit.
No, like liquors and has liquors.
Some of them have mouths. I don't really. I guess you drink water from it. That's. Oh, okay.
And so he's like, he doesn't understand your misunderstanding of it, and you don't understand his misunderstanding of it. As they've now tapped 6 or 7 of these things and filled up their water, what are they called? Water skins. Yeah, and you now see that there's like to go through this pathway. If you decide not to go down the lowland route, you're going to have to navigate through this thicket. There is a clearing up ahead, but like this thicket is absolutely blocking your way to the clearing. They kind of look at you guys like, do we just chop them down and push through? Is that
Actually,
No.
I don't think we should. Well, he's
You find the
spiritual.
game path and go from there.
That's also an. It's just difficult. I mean, this is Snapcane, and well, it's really good for building things and trap wires, things we could, use for alarms. But there is some belief that perhaps cutting them is like an invitation to nearby spirits to, potentially mess with you. So I don't know what we should do here.
cut to the guy who's like, it does what?
I guess we're already cutting it down. It doesn't matter.
And like as he cuts through it, go ahead.
She's saying that you might be cursed by the jungle spirits. It's fine.
And he gets that, you say the word curse, and this very superstitious man, Mara, has like that parasympathetic response of like, what? He pulls his hands in towards him as he breaks this snap cane off, and there is a devastating loud crack. I mean, it's like a gunfire going off. He's holding it to his chest, and that scares him, and he's like, like you can see a small little line of blood running down his sternum as he's like, oh shit, I cut myself with it. And he like puts it down. He's like, does it look bad? And it's just like a tiny little cut as like the bamboo is like barely nicked his skin. He's like, am I gonna, and he looks at Parn. He's like, am I gonna die? Is it bad?
No. You're going to be just fine.
Okay.
You're going. It's just.
I don't want to.
Nothing. It's not. It's something I read in a book somewhere. I don't know the validity of what breaking this does. Besides, it makes very loud noises and can trigger, things that didn't previously know we were here, and now they do. So we just need to be on the lookout. That's all.
They start looking around like things that didn't what things like that like those lizards like, and they start looking around kind of like nervously. Why don't those of you who are not in the interaction, those of you who are not trying to calm these people down, why don't you make a why don't you tell me what your passive perceptions are? I don't know them by memorization. I'm sorry. And then I think 13. Cool. So anyways, God, I'm so disappointed that that's not mine.
I would probably be trying to move through the thickets.
Okay, yeah. Give me like
I ignore difficult terrain.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Why don't you you ignore difficult terrain, so you're able to kind of like jaunt through it. You see as Valtor like steps over this person who has like he jerks it towards himself, and Valtor like slides Pink Panther style whoop, right through the hollow that's been created by Mara. And like you look over and somehow it's comical almost in that like Valtor has gone through 6 or 7 different strides, so like maybe like 30 feet of this snap cane, completely silent. He's just like whoop, whoop, like a dog through the slaloms, like as he ends up on the other side of it, looking back at you all like happily. Yeah, so those of you who are I think you would notice that with a 13 for a passive, Zenthar, it's eerily quiet. There are no bird calls. There are no like there weren't any wild animal calls out here anyways. It's not like you can hear lions and whatnot going on, and iguanas don't make much noise. But it's just eerily quiet. Like the wind kind of dies down. It's as if nature itself is reacting to the loud crack. You just hear like, again, it's an odd sort of quiet sound.
Right.
Cut back to Guchamog carrying the linen cloth wrapped Parn. He's like, so are we going to how do we get past Flowers?
I mean, I suppose it wasn't making the worst sound when you were cutting it, so don't crack it. And I guess we just cut our way through and make a path if we can.
Oh,
Unless Sage finds a path.
We can ask it to make a path, but I'm pretty sure that something's going to be coming for us. Can you hear it?
just like it's a moment of silence.
There's nothing to hear.
Lady Mirabelle's like, oh, sorry.
And I'll just
Sneaks
I'll
out
just
of you.
call out, like-
Sneaks out of you at this age.
Do you guys like? I'm calling to my little they're like gnomes, but not like goth gnomes. My gothic gnome friends. Do you guys are you still there? Do you know how we get through this? Should we maybe ask it to move? Do you want us to go to the trail? I think my friends are very tall. I don't know if they can crawl through the game trail, but maybe. I don't know. What do you think exactly? Also, do you want your gourd back? I shared the water. I hope you don't mind.
You hear Sage calling out. You kind of look around. There's no immediate.
Yeah, Fennec is gonna go look over to like Zenthar and it's gonna be like, should we put her out for misery?
I think that'd be delightful.
Well, let's roll initiative. No, just kidding. Okay, yeah, you all look around and Sage is like very expectantly. You like, we the players know that Sage is talking to these things. You the characters, she might as well be
crazy.
She might as well be talking to rocks. And for all you know, she is, because you've seen her talk to rocks before. Like that's not. Yeah, 100%. After a couple of seconds, Sage, you see one of your buddies, your little friends, your little sprites friends in the reeds, and he's just like leaning against one of the reeds, and he just goes,
Oh, thank you. And then I would just totally go over to it and like touch where kind of near
yeah,
he is.
and you notice that reed.
Play. For others to follow me, I would just.
Yeah, you notice that reed itself is not anchored in as good of soil. So like that reed, as you push it, is sort of like the root, because it's bamboo stalks, right? So the root is not very like lateral. I'm making that up. Call me out if I'm wrong. It's a very tuberous root instead of a very like fibrous root. I don't know if that's terms either. It's a very shallow root, and you just like the soil is really wet, and as you push it, it kind of just leans over, and it like makes a nice little path that you can kind of squeeze through there. And it looks up at you, and it's like, all right, sorry. As you look at it, it push over. You look back, and the little thing is not there anymore. Like you intuited which bamboo stalk could be pushed over.
I would turn around and be like, "Are you guys coming? We're going this way." And then, do you think that I would have noticed like why he picked that
Yeah.
bamboo thing?
Yeah, you notice that again, like around the base of that specific bamboo stalk, the ground was exceptionally wet, like saturated wet, not just regular like limestone wet, not like a sort of not like it just recently rained. It's like that area sat in a crevice. It was lower than the area around it, so it's like it never got oxidation in the mud, which slowly poisoned the stalk. So like that stalk is dead. So if you look for indentations where the bamboo is lower and it can't properly drain, that bamboo is, you know, that dying. So if you look around, you do see. Yeah, you look around, you see that there's, you know, every couple of you know feet, there's one of these indentations or small little sinkholes. That like these concave areas that you can like push a stalk over, and make your way through there.
So I would like want to stop and like turn around in the middle of it and be like, "Can I just want to hold the gourd for safekeeping. Did you get your fill?" Like to whoever has it.
Yeah, Lorelai, would you have passed it to anybody? Would like
I probably would have forgotten.
is it sitting back at the
yeah,
camp?
Here you go.
Okay. Nice.
Does anyone else need this? There's a delicious water in it, and it's from my friends. You met them once before when we were in the maze. I don't know if they like you very much, though. But it's okay. You can be friends with anyone with enough conversation. As long as they talk to you about it. Or not.
Yeah, the rest of you can
Eventually.
follow that path through the stalks, following Sage. She kind of walks around, pushes the stalk over, walks around, pushes the stalk over. After seeing this pattern a few times, you all, again, just I'm not going to make you roll for like insight or nature on this. You see her do it. She happens to have a connection with the wild, does it very easily, and you're able to mimic exactly what she does. And you guys are able to, either in a single file line or in multiple lines, make your way through the bamboo stalk over to Voltor. Voltor, what are you doing as they probably spend 10 or 15 minutes doing this? Because again, it's like 30 feet of the stalk, and if you push on the wrong one, it makes a very loud sound. So they're very careful. What are you doing while they like make their way through there?
You said the other side was a small clearing or a meadow.
Yeah, it's like an open area. I would say it's like mossy vines on rocks. It's not really a meadow per se, because a meadow would be flooded here. Like you're looking for like at least 4 inches of elevation to get a different biome. So you're looking at small little rock deposits that plants haven't grown on, or dirt mounds and things like that plants have grown on. It's a small little clearing of stalk and lowland that leads the way to, like, again, 8 or 9 inches of elevation.
Okay. So I would watch them, and then once they start coming over, I would probably kind of look around and see if there's anything interesting, possibly dangerous, just so that as they come through, they're not met by
Are you
a
looking
snake or something.
Are you looking for wildlife, for plant life, for dangerous footing? What kind of danger are you looking for?
Primarily footing and animals.
Okay. Sorry.
I'd probably be too stupid to realize that plants are dangerous.
Why don't you roll either a perception or a nature check? Because if you're basing your judgment off of like, okay, I know what nature looks like and I'm looking for dangerous nature, it's nature. If you're looking for like, I'm just looking for what any bumbling fool could fall into here, that's perception. So kind of whatever you think. And maybe investigation if you think that you're more of like you're looking very intently at a few different things.
I would be looking more for potential pitfalls, so I'm gonna go perception.
Okay, yeah.
Even though it's the worst stat.
No, it's not. Not today, it's not. It's a +0, but it's a crit. So yeah, you do notice. So as you're kind of looking around here, I've accidentally closed one of my references. Let's go and look for, oh man. So as you're walking around and looking at these different, oh man, I don't want to do this. As you're looking around at these different clearing, like again, just looking for slight elevation changes, you notice that there are all of the rocky outcrops that don't have plants on them have this very common, like the very similar sort of like vine on them. The vine has a bunch of thorns on it, and it's very possible that if somebody were to sit on said viney thorny vine, that they would be punctured. And it's kind of like those, have you seen when people go hiking and they get that spike ball that like it has not really stickers but has barbs, so that when it sticks onto you, it goes like kind of like a jellyfish prong, it goes in and it's very stuck to you, and because it has so many of them that like as you try to pull it off, you end up getting it stuck on your finger, and then you're getting it stuck on, it's just a burr. I don't know what you guys call them in Washington, but we just call them a burr.
Goat head.
A what?
A goat head.
Probably. If there's something called a goat head that's very similar, then yes. It's these very if you're familiar with how the jellyfish prong works, it has a literal hook on it, so that when it goes into you, it's stuck. It's like that. So it has these like thorns that go in and they're stuck. So these vines have that on them. And it's very possible that like if someone were to not pay attention, they would be very quickly strangled by these vines. So you do notice that that's on all the rocky outcroppings and on none of the hilly outcroppings. Yeah, 20, you notice that like it's not as benign as it seems. So yeah, that is what I mean, right away you're like, oh, that vine looks like it's killed all the plants over there. It's a strangler vine of some kind, and it only exists on the rocks, which it can't feed on, type of thing. The rest of you come through the thicket as Valtor is discovering all of that about the vine.
I would try and get probably Lorelei, since she obviously had some sort of plant knowledge, or Sage, one of the two of them, and like, we need to have them not get injured on these. They look like they could be very dangerous.
Injured on what?
I'll point to the barb.
Yeah, you point around. There's these thin, thorny vines wrapped around rocks and loose stones. Again, it's like a strangler vine that would like climb around a tree, but it has killed all the plants that it climbed around. So you're left with only rocks and inorganic material that it's there. Yeah, that's genuinely what I imagined it, Malcolm. Good call there. Except instead of it just being a single seed, it's an entire vine of that type of structure on there in the Discord. Good call. Can I? No, it's not going to work. I'm not going to bother trying to send it through the.
Once he points it out, would I be able to identify it?
Yeah, I think with either a successful nature check or just enough time, like roll a nature check. We'll see if you ping it right away. Otherwise, you're going to have to spend time trying to like reference it against what you do or do not know. 9. You can see right away that it is a some kind of carnivorous plant. Just instinctively, you're like, well, it's not killing the rocks, but it's not on. And like right away, again, I understand that you rolled a low score, a 4 out of 20, technically, but you're not bad at this. And I hate when a DM locks stuff behind like a soft lock where like, well, you rolled bad, you don't know shit. I don't want to do that to you. So you recognize that it's a carnivorous plant, and how you recognize that, it's not wrapping around it's not wrapping around tree trunks, it's not wrapping around branches, it's not wrapping around ferns, it's only wrapped around rocks, which is weird because why would it do that? So it seems to be wrapped around the things that it can't kill, or it was wrapped around things that it can kill and killed them. So the only thing that it's left on, it's like the airplanes that come back from World War II. Wow, all of our airplanes get shot in the wings. Nobody gets shot in the cockpit. Yeah, it's because it didn't come back. It's that kind of thing.
Survivor biased.
There you go. That's the real term of it. I did the somebody should have ducked me. Somebody should have ducked me long ago. Cool. So all of that to say, when the rest of you come through there, Lorelei and Voltor, not Parn. Lorelei, it'd be scary if Parn was doing it. Voltor and Lorelei are looking at these vines, kind of not suspiciously, but just like cautiously. Now, we had a small break earlier with our technical snafu. Do we want to do a fiver, or do we want to it's I only say that because it's 90 minutes in. Do you need?
I literally just need to feed the dogs, which takes 20 seconds.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna go get a drink, and we'll come back in 2 minutes. Then is that cool? Aight.
Yeah.
Thanks, friends. I appreciate your cooperation. Yeah. All right. So getting back into this, as you guys clear out your first, as we travel, just as a quick like precursor, I'm going to try to break up our days into 3 blocks, and I'm either going to do this like very plainly and obviously, or I'm just going to try to do it thematically like I did today. The blocks are going to be morning, afternoon, and evening. And if you like are moving on 2 of those blocks, then you can travel for the day. If you don't move for 2 of those blocks, then you're kind of stuck stagnant. You either got lost, or we'll explain it away as that. That way, it's not like each day is a random encounter. The way that this game is supposed to be played is a hex crawl with a bunch of random encounter rolls. So you're like, okay, on day 17, who do you encounter? And then like you end up with a bunch of 1-day encounters, which I think is kind of lame, because if you're a monk or a fighter or a warlock, like you never get to use your short rests. So we're gonna try to do this as 3 8-hour blocks. If you get like detract or just sidetracked on one of your day, like your blocks. So for instance, if you guys ended up saying like, we can't get past the snap cane is a very low threat encounter. But like if you decided, you know what, we're gonna double back because we don't want to draw the attention of whatever might be around here. We're gonna double back and go the other path. That would be like a fail for the morning, and you'd have to either move in the evening and the afternoon, or just be okay with not making any progress on this day. So DM book closed, story opened. I just want to at least clarify that for how I'm thinking I'm going to run it. For a while, I was going to do this like an arc survival. Where's the duck? Where's the duck? So I was going to do this like a survival campaign where you have to like, and I detailed out how like, okay, I want to have this 15-step process to make camp. And it just sounded like a whole bunch of rules. At the time that I wrote it, it sounded kind of fun to me. And I realized that like, we're going to role play it, and we're not going to gamify it. So we're going to role play you guys making camp rather than having you roll 45 times on a table to see if you can pass 19 survival checks. I think you guys will do better with telling the story than with rolling. I just think it's a more natural thing to do anyways. So where's the ducking duck? Oh, there's a favorite button. Oh, this is so much faster now. Cool. I bet I can add that duck to my stream deck. I'm ducking my ducking stuff. Okay. Let's keep going. Thanks. 1, 2, and 3 are asleep. Cool. So as you guys get into the thicket and recognize these Lorelei, if you spend any amount of time, how much time do you spend, Lorelei, since you don't recognize them right away? Do you take the book out? Do you like sit down on a grassy knoll and decide what you're going to do about these things?
I mean, I really, really want to, but it would depend on if my group keeps walking. Well, yeah, you know what? I'm going to take at least like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. With 15 minutes, you recognize right away, like very quickly, as you're like, okay, it's carnivorous. So let me jump to the carnivorous plants. And there's like the book that I gave you, though it is 100 pages, the Google Doc is 100 pages, is by far not the entirety of this book. Like this real book is much longer, because one, it's not typed in font size 11, like 1-inch margins, whatever. It's a book. Flipping through the carnivorous section, you run into the spine wreath creeper. And this spine wreath creeper is a very slow devouring carnivorous plant. It doesn't really like, it's not like a Venus flytrap. It just brushes someone. And then once it breaks the surface, it inserts this like clear anticoagulant. And when the capillaries start to like flush with blood, it just slowly drinks that. And then it weakens people. Eventually they get dizzy, and eventually they sort of like, they go sluggish and they collapse, and then it tightens around them and releases its digestive juices onto them. And that after that point, it's very standard, like an assassin vine. But up until that point, it's very unique in that like it brushes them with these anticoagulants and then slowly saps their energies. So even a small encounter with this thing can prove pretty dangerous. If not in the current encounter, it can have far-reaching effects going forward. So while Lorelai is spending 15 minutes reading her book, literally you guys go through these snap canes. The day has been hot, and that's kind of the only difficulty of it. Lorelai's just like, kaboom, read a book. What are the rest of you doing for the 15 minutes while she reads this book?
I mean, Phoenix is gonna go over to her as she gets the book out, and it's gonna be like, "You sure you don't want to just touch it? See what happens. Maybe you could kill
Phoenix
another
is
one
a
of us."
Really bad. No.
I didn't pick up on the subtlety of that. Yeah, it got a second, didn't it, Malcolm? It took a second. Ooh. Go ahead and roll 18 d6 psychic damage. Lorelai dies. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh. That was a slow burn. Good job. Good callback.
Yeah, I don't even try to finish my sentence. I just put my nose back in my book, and there are just tears.
Blue
Just tear
flowers,
gas.
blue flowers, blue flowers.
Yep.
Wow, that was
Dang.
cold.
That was lovely.
Really well played. Oh man.
Well,
See, this is why you don't think before you speak, because then you say stupid shit like that.
This isn't stupid though. It was really well done.
Jakob and Mara are just like uncomfortably shifting away from that whole situation. Like, they don't know the whole story, but they're like, nope, not my deal. Like, you did tell them not to sit on it, right? I think you told everybody not to sit on it, or did you haven't finished? No, you haven't finished reading the book about it yet.
Finish reading it.
Okay. Well, they would go, I think they'd be smart enough to sit on, Mara's not real smart. Jakob sits next to Zenthar, wherever Zenthar is sitting. Where are you camping out, Zenthar? Or are you not? Are you just like standing resolute while they do all this?
I would say he's not really sitting. He's just sitting there, arms crossed, just like, if we gotta study our way through, fuck it, I'll just wait a bit.
Nice. So Jakob stands next to you. Mara, however, does the thing they typically do when they have a moment to complain, and they just lay down. It's so difficult, and like they lay down in the grassy knoll, in like the grassy area, kind of like, ow. You notice the telltale sign of like, oh, in a horror movie, I've been stuck by the xenomorph, or the T, whatever it is. I don't watch zombie movies. What's the T stuff? The T virus. I've been stuck by this infectious thing. As they kind of like start nursing their arm. Mara has been stuck by the spine wreath. 15 minutes later, you discover.
Go too well.
15 minutes later, you discover that it is a spine wreath creeper. You look around and you see like Mara is like, oh, it's really. Are we setting up camp here then? It's as good as place as any, right?
No.
No.
Nobody touched this. Nobody touched this.
I didn't touch it.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
No, I didn't. Why is it? It's
oh.
just like slowly listing off to the side.
Baltor, could you catch him before he falls?
You arrive as he's down in the grass.
This one is down for the count. Is this?
You just taking a little nap.
Oh no. Shoot. Couple options. There's like two we could do. Cut his arm off, which seemed a little extreme. Or we can at least cleanse the wound and cauterize it.
Look over at Phoenix and smile.
Yeah, Phoenix very quickly volunteers, like, I'll do it.
let's try option B first. I should have said those the opposite direction. I don't like what's happening here. Does anyone have? I do, and I'll
I got a blade.
Perfect. I'll produce flame and have Xanthar put the blade in the flame. I'm
I
gonna
was
regret
thinking
asking
the
this.
the guy on the ground, but this works too.
No, trust me. Sage, do you know how to cleanse a wound that's been like gooey?
Oh, for that guy?
Yeah.
He can probably die. He got poisoned.
Okay, if we clean the wound and cauterize it,
Mm-hmm.
it might be okay.
Oh, okay. I'll go
Need
over
to
there
do
and
a
do like a medicine check.
Yeah, roll medicine check.
Roll medicine check.
Yeah, you quickly find that there's a few of these burrs left in him, and like it's a vine that runs up the back of his arm, and he has like it's that scene from Princess and the Frog where they pull out one of the stickers, and then the alligator turns around, and his whole backside is covered in the stickers. He lifts his arm, and now that he's laid down after the exhaustion, he just has a whole line of the vine stuck on the outside of his arm, like 85 to 90 stickers of these things into his arm. He's just like the death rattles, the sounds.
Like, at his head and heal him, and then try to take him out.
Yeah. He kind of like reacts to the healing. Yeah, that feels better a little bit. I'm just gonna lay down and sleep it off, I think.
Yeah, but not there. Maybe not on top of him again.
Yeah. You by a collaborative effort, you get this man back on his feet. And like you rest him on a rock. And like the day's going slow, as you're like trying to recover him, but he's just a minor NPC, and I don't want to like handcuff you guys to his survival. I feel guilty, but if you spend any amount of resources on him, let me know what you're spending so like we can track it. But if you spend resources on him, this isn't meant to be like a life or death. This is meant to be a resource tax. Like if you're going to save this person, it's going to cost you something. You choose whether you want to, or a very successful, like the medicine check was successful. That's very good. You have to, there are some methods that you can do in the book, Lorelei, that like cauterizing. You can cauterize the wound, as you're mentioning, with the produced flame and the hot blade. So if you roll, let's see, the medicine check is really good. Yeah, I think with your knowledge of the plants and the healing, the medicine check, he is stable. He is stable enough to move. You have like stopped the infection. As long as he's not actively bleeding, he's not going to get worse. He is going to be kind of a burden going forward, but not in the way that like you have to carry him. He's just like he's useless, but not dying. So all that to anticlimactic.
I mean, he was already kind of useless, so
yeah, I forgot his name. That can't be a good sign. It's listen, even the Betty White, I know her name. Like even she's Betty White died.
Yes, she did. Like Parn.
Okay. Cool. Like Parn. Nice. Okay. Well, as you guys spend now, it's probably been like closer to 25 or 30 minutes that you've been here, because you had the 15-minute book reading and then the triage of this man. It is going to be like early afternoon, as you are like starting to head out of this clearing. You do see that there's like a path out of the bamboo stalk and out of this like thicket of spine wreath creeper, but it does lead a little bit into some coverage, which would be good for those of you who are wilderness trained, not out of game, in game. Like cover is good for nightfall. You're not going to want to like be completely out in the open, because any large sky predator or things like that, it's going to be like being out in the floodplains again, and that's not really desirable. So there is a clearing that you would be able to kind of get into if that's something that you would desire. You could press on. It's just a matter of like the day is slowly beginning to come to an end, and you are at an opportune moment where you could go towards a camp. God dang, Thomas. Duck, 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 duck. Somebody's got to like call me on that. Over explaining. I'll get better at it. All of that, and I still didn't give you a cue. As you're leaving the clearing with that man, you sort of head into a sort of like overgrown, jungly area, much more attuned to what you're familiar with, Sage. And you are able to pick out like there are these overhanging what are they called? Pitcher plants. I think that's their term. Pitcher plants that like they collect bugs. So there's more bugs in the underside of the canopy because these sweet smelling plants attract bugs, but there's less bugs beneath that canopy because all the bugs are attracted to the sweet smelling stuff and not attracted to you. Therefore, like it's a little bit more comfortable. If you start like disturbing those things, it would be way less comfortable because you're going to get covered in it. But you're able to find this like nice place to relax and sort of like make camp in the evening. Unless you decide to press on. So that's my handoff. Are you going to press on or make a camp for the evening?
What do you think we should do? I don't know if this one's going to be able to walk all that well.
Are we? Well, we're in the clearing, right?
You are still, yeah. You see the tree line up in the
Yeah.
in the like the distance, but
In clearing is going to be the best as long as we're not in like water runoff. But I don't think there's too many hills around here. We should be fine. Should probably make some circles and set up tents and another there's like tents, I guess.
so my question
All
is,
right, if you think-
Evoke camp. I'll be right back.
Avo camp, we're moving. I love it. As you are preparing for camp, there are like the essentials. We're not going to gamify it, but there are the essentials for camp, right? You're going to need clearing, you're going to need water, you're going to need food. What I need to know, because this adventure does have special rules on dehydration and consumption of water, you're required to consume at least 2 water skins per day. If you do not consume 2 water skins per day, you gain a level of exhaustion at the end of your long rest. So you don't gain it and then get to miraculously pay it off by resting. You gain it at the end of your long rest. So that means every day you have the option to drink 2 water skins. You can't have like 2 water skins at the evening block or 2 water skins at the morning block. It has to be 2 water skins, one in scattered out across at least 2 different blocks. So morning, afternoon, and evening. That being said, how do you want to make camp? What priorities? Who does what? What do you look for in making camp? Just talk me through the role play of making your camp for us.
I think like for me, when I'm looking for camp, I would look for the standard things that I find appropriate for camping in the jungle, which would be like semi-flat area. I would want to look for something pretty next to it, but I don't want to be under like creepy looking. You guys don't. You probably think most trees in the jungle look creepy. Creepy trees to me look like they're like swaying in the wind, like they would talk to you.
Oh,
But like they would mean to you. And
got it.
I wouldn't want to be close to water. I would want to be like a little bit away from them, and yeah. And for me to start making camp, I would make like I would like set down like a ring of like rocks or twigs or sticks or something. Barn would probably do that for me actually.
Yeah, it makes
And then
sense.
that's where I would put a tent in the middle every single time. It would be like the same way of setting up camp every time.
Yeah. So you're working on establishing both like selecting an area for you guys, as well as trying to find small things to mark the edge of your camp. which is a clever idea. Like, you don't need to patrol the whole area if you can mark what the edge of your camp would be. Parn did it. Parn just did it with heavy trees, kind of as a tactical advantage as well. But having a clear markation of where your camp ends, that's a good idea. What about the rest of you? What are you guys doing to aid in the establishment of this camp?
Honestly, I would probably ask Baltor to go back into the sugar or the snap cane with me to gather any of those that were on the ground from when we were cutting them, since both of us should be able to move through difficult terrain without being hindered by
I
it.
forgot that you can't be limited by natural terrain.
We have food.
Ooh, sneaky.
Well, what do you guys have in your packs? Did you? This would be the time to mention. I'm not going to nickel and dime you for. I almost said dickel and dime you. I'm not going to nickel and dime you for your. And then I chose to say it out loud anyways. Jesus Christ. And I almost got away with it too if it weren't for me.
For you kids.
Like, whatever. So I'm not going to nickel and dime you for your food.
I only have one single ration.
There, that's what I was getting to. I want you guys to track your own stuff.
I'm going hunting.
You're going hunting. Cool. Give us a survival check to see like what you can track and how well you can what it is that
Do I have a minion with me?
Yeah, your little helper, Jakob.
Yeah.
His name, because we're gonna have to give him a name because he's more important. His name is Jakob. Jakob.
Oh, Jakob.
It's spelled like Jacob, but I just refuse to say Jacob. Jakob Press is his name.
Okay.
Yes, you do have him. If you want, you can take Mara with you. He's super helpful. Comes back without Yara.
I was about to say.
Comes back without Mara,
I don't
but
think that's a good idea.
happens to have a large supply of meat with him. I couldn't find Mara, but I found this barbecue. It's screwed up. Yeah, so you do. You have Jakob with you. 21. Very easily, you can track some larger, like maybe a capybara or some kind, like a wild boar. Something that is, I don't know what you're laughing at. I don't know if I said something. Oh no. Okay, good.
Yeah, the capybara.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say a capybara was kind of funny.
I don't know anything about capybara. Aren't they in the Amazon? It's the wrong place.
Yeah, but they're like the most
That's
chill
like a
things in the
size.
world.
Yeah.
They're the most what?
Chill thing. Like
Chill?
they'll hang out right next to alligators. Like
nice. Well, then kill them.
They don't eat them. Yeah.
Kill them. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess whatever.
Damn.
For whatever reason. Anyway, so you able to find some sort of medium-sized mammalian creature that would be better eating than like a crocodile or an iguana.
We'll stick with a boar. Yeah.
Boar. Yeah. I think a boar is actually like relatively, if I'm not mistaken, a boar is actually a relatively formidable opponent in D&D. Boar.
In real life, they are. Wow.
I was gonna say, yeah, in real life they are.
No, they are a threat.
I know they're dangerous. Like it's open season pretty much all the time on them. Yeah, they're a CR 1/4 creature. They're not that dangerous in D&D, but they're relatively dangerous. I'm not gonna make you. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it real quick.
Right.
We're just gonna do a theater of the mind. We're not gonna make this happen like but I want to reward the process here. So you and Jakob go out. Is anybody going out with Zenthar?
I would do my own thing.
Okay, cool. So we're just gonna do Zenthar by himself real quick here.
I don't think he would really say like much of it. Like, okay, I know we need food, so he's just gonna like, I'm gonna dip this way.
Yeah, and Jakob follows you
Unless
because he just
anyone
refuses
asks
to
him
not
just
be.
go, right.
And the camp isn't like established yet, so it's not like he can be safer in the camp. He chooses to stay with you at all times. He believes you to be the point of safety around here. Okay, yeah. So the boar. Just go ahead and we'll exchange punches here. We'll say roll stealth so we can see if you can sneak up on the boar. If the boar can sneak up on you, who's better at sneaking
Okay.
up? The boar is not going to be able to. It's not going to be able to see you come. Oh, look, it does see you coming. Okay, so nobody gets a sneak attack on it because that would be pretty helpful for you. However, we'll just exchange punches. So you go ahead and roll the first hit. We're just going to do this again. This isn't the most ceremonious combat, but it's not meant to be. Yeah, 19. Go ahead and roll damage. Yeah, you and this boar go running at each other, and it's like bearing down on you. Its hooves are clodding heavily through the like underbrush. And as it gets close to you, we just see like its rump goes up over its head because its head is no more. It's like I in slow motion. It like lands on top of you because you smash its head with such force.
It just picks it up.
Yeah, exactly. And it
Oh,
is
here's dinner.
it's decimated. It has 11 hit points. You hit it for 11 hit points with a 19. Yeah, it doesn't get a chance to return fire on you.
Was it by itself?
Do you
Just like out and about?
I don't know if boars are social creatures. They do live in packs, don't they?
I thought they were in packs, but I'm not sure.
They are.
It will depend on the time of the year, whether it's
Oh.
mating or post-mating.
Well, see, normally this boar does live in packs, but it can clear the savannah after every meal because it's found it has a certain appeal. There we go, the recognition. Yeah, cool. Not getting sued. Dude, keep my name out your mouth, bitch. Wait a minute, Mickey.
So are you
wait.
saying there's are you saying there's a meerkat? with
It's
it?
weird. It's weird. There's one little like a little like
That'd be wild.
ferret hanging out with this boar.
Oh no!
Yeah. Okay. You killed
No
the boar.
Hakuna Matata.
That's awful. Hasadiga Ibawai is more like it. Okay. So you kill this boar. Upon it dying, it's much heavier than you thought. Like this thing is I don't know what a boar typically weighs. I'm gonna say like 300-400 pounds, maybe. It's a big heavy boar. Average
big-
boar.
That's a big.
Let's just be real about this.
So, like, a
220.
standard hairpin
220.
is 2 to 250.
Well, that's why I got a partner with me.
Okay, so
Maybe
200
use the other
pounds.
two, I'll carry the other two.
Yeah, 200 pounds. And Jakob is like, he sees you smash this thing's head, and he's like, oh, that 15 gold is well spent. And the 15 when we get there. I have it in a bank. I can give it to you as soon as we get there. Let me help you carry this thing, and we'll get it back, and like, we'll come into camp like champions.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. And he goes and picks up the back legs, and you pick up the front legs, and you guys, between the two of you, are able to carry this back. You get there about the same time that Sage is like setting up the stick barrier. Phoenix, Voltor, and Lorelei, what are you guys doing setting up camp? Tell me a story.
Yeah, if I take with Voltor and I, we're gonna go back and collect all those snap canes,
Okay.
and I'll be trying to explain. So, if we set them up just so, we should be able to kind of create like an alarm system, a way to like if something were to cross them, we might be able to let ourselves be aware. Does this make sense to you?
It's 100% makes sense. We would use super thin lines that would then cause something to hit, most typically metal, so that we knew someone was coming.
Perfect. Then that is what we are going to do with this, sort of.
Nice.
If you
So
could
just
show me
as-
how you set it up, I would love to help in the future.
Yes, of course. I know exactly what I'm doing. Yeah. Just as many as you can. Just describe as many as you can. We don't need to break more. We'll just take what we've got.
Okay, so you're only going for the fallen ones. You're not going for cutting anymore.
Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah.
Because as it's approaching dusk, you're not going to invite the snap cane alarm to bring your predators. I'd love to separate the party and throw the two of you into it. Okay, whatever.
We got it.
You've bested me. It's okay. Okay, so as you guys collect your snap cane, and Sage is setting the perimeter, Zenthar and Jakob are coming back with their kill. How about you, Phoenix? You and Mr. Body, how are you guys setting up for this?
I mean, imagine he's just having Mr. Body do everything. He's just sitting somewhere and having Mr. Body set up his tent, everything like that.
Okay. Are you so the other things that we don't have thus far, you guys don't have a source of water for the camping day. Like you don't have anything for.
I was reading and it says, and I don't know how you want to incorporate this or do this, but that I am special jungle queen and can provide food and water for myself and up to 5 people as long as the area has fresh water and berries and small game.
Nice. It does have all of those things: fresh water, small game, and nuts and berries. Maybe not nuts, because this is kind of like not the most.
Yeah, well, coconut maybe depending.
Oh,
on
that's
where the
true.
trees
Coconut's
are.
a nut. That's fair. Yeah. So you are able to. So between the lot of you, you actually have a really good dinner. You have like the very like hunter gatherer type food that Sage brings in, as well as you're able to find sources of like runoff. And I think that it's your experience of like, if I go to this tree canopy, the widest tree canopy, I know that it's going to collect the water in a downward funnel. And so you set your because it's those tree branches, those trees. I'm not good at trees, guys. I'm sorry. There's an arboretum at the University of Miami, and I spent like some time there, but I wasn't looking at the trees. The trees that come down to a middle. Yeah, there you go. The trees that like branch outwards, you know that they're going to funnel the water into the root system, and so you would set your collecting basin at the root, at the like the juncture of all those different offshoots. And so you set this up, and like by the time you're done setting up the 4th or 5th one, you go back to the first one, and it's full. So you have like these different water skins for everybody to drink. Every night, if you're able to do this, you will be able to collect the water. It's just a matter of make sure that you have enough to drink during 2 of the 3 sessions of travel. Okay, so you can mark, you said it's enough for 5 people, Sage?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So just question, would that count for drinking one at night and then drinking one at morning for 2 out of the 3?
Sure, if you want
I can tell you, it says you can find food and water for yourself and up to 5 other people each day.
Oh, 6.
Provided that the land offers berries, small game, water, and stick.
So each
And
day.
sugar.
Okay. So
So that's what I was asking. So like if we filled it up at night and then drank it and then filled it up again and then drank that the next morning, would that still count as 2 out of the 3, or is it only 1?
I think she can only find that at least that ability can only find 6 per day. So whether you drink it in the morning or drink it at night, that's fine, but she can only find 6 per day. So again, you could find it in the morning before breaking camp, but then she won't be able to find 6 more the next night. So it's but that is 6 per day, which is a pretty good number there. Okay, sorry. Good on you. So you've got the boar, which is plenty of food. You've got the you have the 6 food or 6 water. Phoenix, you said that Mr. Body is setting up your stuff, like your tent and your bedroll.
Yeah, unless someone told them that he could have Mr. Body set up their tents because he doesn't want to go through their stuff.
Sure.
He's so considerate like that.
The Lady Mirabelle is like, oh, what a helpful friend. My fingers just have such a hard time with the bow lines. Could you maybe have him set up my tent?
Yeah, but will just kind of look over to Mr. Body. Just once he's done with Phoenix's stuff, he's gonna like, where's the lady's stuff? Or is it out already?
Yeah, she just see like she's carrying a small little backpack, and she like takes it off and starts she like unrolls one little latch, and the whole thing kind of like rolls out into a neat little mess kit that can be, the backpack itself turns into a tent, and all the supplies inside can be rolled out. It's a very convenient little pack. I just have such a hard time with the knots. Phoenix, what's your passive insight?
Insight?
Yeah, so that would be 8 plus your are you proficient in insight?
Am I? I don't know.
You are not proficient in insight, so it's 8 plus your wisdom modifier, so 12. And if I'm mistaken about that, somebody correct me. But to my understanding, well, you're not proficient in perception either, so that it must be 14. Maybe it's 10 plus your wisdom, and because you're not proficient, you don't get the bonus, the +2. What if I gave you proficiency in perception? Yeah, okay. So that is your passive insight. Just because if you guys didn't know, you have passive insights as well as passive perceptions. Your passive
I
insight.
didn't fucking know that.
Your passive insight is a 14. You notice that like she's making very rhythmic motions with her hands. She's not just doing old lady stuff with her hands. She's doing repeating old lady stuff with her hands. So it's not like she's just fidgeting. She's also like doing the exact same just fidgeting over and over again. And then like when she sees that you've noticed, she's like, ah, the weather is just so bad on my knuckles. Please, I like my tent to point east if I can. And like just gestures like to have Mr. Body set it up pointing east. As it is just currently.
Yeah, pretty much Phoenix just kind of points to the tent.
Yeah, Mr. Body goes over and like unrolls it and sets it up very unceremoniously. She's like, he's such a helpful lad. Mara does not set up a tent. They just lay there in the grass, suffering in silence. When Zenthar and Parn, Zenthar and Valtor and Lorelei and Sage, when you all return to camp, you can see that Phoenix has gone through setting up his tent and setting up Lady Mirabelle's tent. Mara is on the ground. Guchamog is currently working on setting up everybody else's tent. He's like, oh, I hope it doesn't bother you. I just didn't want you guys to have to waste a whole lot of time setting these things up in case it rains. And you hear like... looks like the thunder's rolling in as these nightly storms are very common in the jungle. Do you... I guess I'll just turn it over instead of ducking myself as you guys all return to camp at the same time from your various tasks.
What time is it currently?
8, 9, about. It takes a while to walk to a campsite, find a good, as Sage was trying to find like the perfect site for near water but not in water.
Or summer, because like it gets dark at 4 now. In the summer, it's light at 9.
So this is the tropics. There's not that big of sway in the hourly sunset per season. So it's definitely like recent sunset. Recent sunset is what I should say. Like you're still nautical daylight, but astrological sunset. I don't know if I use those terms right.
Diffused light rather than direct.
The sun is down, but the sky is still bright for about 10 or 15 minutes. You have just moments before the end of the evening.
We really need to get these set up, Lorelei. Will you show me how?
Yes. Sure. I'll do my best. Something I read in a book, but basically trying to set like a tripwire of sorts that would snap the canes to make the sound.
Nice. Yeah, I imagine it's like you stabilize the top of the bottom with a very slack line, but the middle is like a line that if they pull that, it just goes along like it cinches, right? It's like a seamstress's waist. You cinch the middle if anybody touches the tripwire, and that snaps all the canes simultaneously and alerts the whole thing. So that's how I imagine it going. Feel free to correct me if anybody's a true wilderness person, but cool.
Just like setting them up around as many as we can.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Around the perimeter. Yeah.
So as you guys are, go ahead.
After watching for one, would completely be able to get it and start doing it. Nice.
Yeah, you do have a certain affinity for those types of arrangements. Lorelei, you notice that Valtor is exceptionally deft with his hands. He is not inexperienced with tripwires. Just intuitively, you look at him and like instinctively, you're like, that's not the first tripwire he's set. You don't have to roll insight. I'll just tell you that the score is low enough.
So, set a lot of traps, do you?
I have set quite a few in my time. That is correct. It's pays to know when you're not alone. So making sure that you are alerted before someone finds you can be very beneficial.
Especially out here, so that's going to come in quite handy.
Yes, I have not been in the jungle much myself. That is something that I would like to improve on. But as I said, one of my patriots that I know, Zyrax Whisperclaw, is well renowned and known for his ability to travel through the jungle, and one day I hope that he will be able to teach me.
Well, you're in good company, I suppose. None of us are very well traversed in the jungle either. Well, except for Guchamog, but he doesn't count.
Cut to Guchamog, who is like currently skinning the skin off the boar, and like he's field dressing it to be cooked. He's being very careful to save the skin so he can like make crackling with it. And crackling.
It's really not that hard.
Listen,
you just have to have a sharp knife.
You work in a butcher shop. Your vote doesn't count. All right. Yeah. So I didn't mean to interrupt you. Just like Guchamog was punctuating that conversation.
Have you ever set these before, or just what you said to the book?
Yeah, no, I haven't. It's all out of a book for me. But you know, best time to learn is in the field, right?
It certainly makes it more exciting.
Sure, you know, unless we die because we did it wrong, but confident in my reading capabilities, and I'm pretty sure I read it correctly, so this should work.
Do you want to set up a watch schedule?
Oh, yes, we should do that, actually.
How many of us are there, and how many can see into the darkness?
You know, I don't know. I don't think I've asked anybody. I don't want to sound... Well, I'm sure Zenthar can see very far in the dark.
That one would make sense, yes.
As far as Sage and Phoenix, I don't think I've ever had that conversation with them, so I don't rightly know. What about you? Can you see fairly far in the dark?
I can see for a little bit, yes.
Okay. Same. Just a ways, but...
And, I mean, he's a cat, so his eyes can get pretty big, but you've just seen him as slits. But as the night's starting to come in, you can see them starting to get larger, the pupils.
Well, we should probably ask. I would assume, 4, 5 watches would make sense?
Thomas, you said it was dark for like 10 hours?
Yeah, roughly. Well, for convenience, so I don't have to memorize all those details, it's dark for the entirety of the 8-hour evening block. And it's bright for all of the 8-hour morning block and all of the 8-hour afternoon block, just so that it's easier for me to track, and I don't want to really split hairs on that.
I do believe that 4 would do quite well. So if we could figure out who can see better in the dark and assign one of each of them. Can you see in the dark?
Yeah, a little bit. Probably better than most humans.
So you and I can each have one, and then we can talk to the others and see what they can do.
Yeah, and this is probably a good time to just, as you guys are coming together. You see that Gujmog has put together a fire to cook the pig. Sage is, bringing together her collection for, the things that she found. Again, reintroducing your scene to the whole group as you are coming back into the group here.
Do you want to go ask Zenthar and I'll ask Sage and Phoenix?
I think that would be wonderful. I'll hold out my elbow because I've got all kinds of other stuff in my hand from setting things up. It's like
What do
a
I do
high
with
five,
that?
but with my elbow.
Oh, that's fun. I've never done that before. Oh, that's lovely to learn.
Yeah, we learned it during the quarantina era of COVID-19. What a weird world.
I learned in kitchens because then you don't have to wash your hands or change gloves.
Nice.
But yeah, so elves and then split.
Yeah, I'll head over towards Phoenix and Sage, wherever they're at, if they're together or not. I'll go one by one if I need to. I guess I'll approach Phoenix first. Phoenix, I have a very important question for you.
And what's that?
How well can you see in the dark?
Ooh, actually, I can't. Such bad eyesight.
Perfect. You just get
Legendary.
some sleep then.
Weaponized incompetence. That was
Love it.
That was good, Phoenix. I'm proud of that. That was good.
Seems like something you would do.
100, yeah, 100%.
Right. Have you seen Sage? Do you know where she is?
Do I look like I care that much about her?
Well, you creepily take notes on all of us, so I just assumed you had a really good tell of where everyone is.
At this point, I've just assumed that one's had a lobotomy and I've given up on its smarts. Or really anything about it.
She knows a lot
It.
about nature. You would be surprised.
I would be surprised. I'd be surprised if she knew anything.
She's
Picking up
special,
Friendly.
okay?
I'm friendly. I'm an acquired taste. Grandmother said so.
She is. We found her.
Certain people like me.
I have a very important question for you.
Oh, is it Phoenix? Tell him I'm not dead yet, but he can solve my body after.
I'll let him know that. No, I was just wondering if you can see in the dark.
Well, yeah, can everyone? But it's more like dim. It's like dim lighting, like it looks like you're hiding in the big leaves in the middle of a storm, so I can see it, but I can't really see colors and that. But whatever, yeah, can't you?
Yes, I can, but apparently Phoenix can't. So we're learning about each other.
You're not supposed to make fun of people for that, I was told. Weird. Did he try like using one of the corpse's eyes so he can see better, or?
Ooh, that's a good question. We should maybe ask him that later.
No, thank you. But yeah, but I'm not really a night person. I'm more of a morning person. Is that what you're asking? I don't really want to. I mean, I can, but like, are we doing it together?
Well,
what are we? We're going for a walk, or?
We're going to do a watch. So like everybody takes a chunk of time, and they're kind of the lookout for the camp. If you're more of a morning person, we could definitely put you on for the morning chunk of time, if you would like.
Yeah. Okay, so just to clarify, you want me to watch the camp?
Yes?
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Thanks. Definitely, I've
Would
done that like a whole lot before, all the time. Lots
would
of shopping.
would you like
Favorite.
someone to do it with you so you're not alone?
Like who? Who's like my best friend? Like you?
Yes. Well, I might have to take my own watch. We'll have to see.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have lots of friends, so it's fine.
Okay. I'll let you know for sure. I mean, we're still trying to figure it all out, and if we can do it together, I would love that. But
Mhm.
let me go
Mhm.
talk to Voltaire. I can't remember his name right now. Let me go talk to the cat, and I will get back to you.
Okay.
While that was going on, I walk over to Zenthar.
You see Zenthar. Next to him is the ever like fawning almost. I wouldn't say doting, where like if you ask for if you ponder out loud like, oh man, I need to find myself a length of rope, he goes and finds a length of rope. It's not like that, but it's very much like if you do need something, he has assigned himself as your squire. He's going to make sure you get it quickly. So you walk into that scene.
Um,
Are you saying
Zenthar,
Zenthar is
you.
that? Is
No,
Zenthar?
that is this man
Oh.
for Zenthar. So like
Oh.
Zenthar, you'd be very familiar with the sort of servitude from like life in the Underdark. Like it is not uncommon for people to have servants in such environments. That is, you're almost remembering like old house matrons who had people who would serve them um, in this sort of mentality.
Okay.
Zenthar, would you be working on the pig at all? Or would that have gone with Guchamog?
I didn't think Guchamog took it. I figured Zenthar himself would be messing with the pig. Or was that a
Oh,
question to
perfect.
Zenthar?
It was a question to him, so I know what I'm walking into.
Oh.
So you just have it, and you're cutting into it.
I guess I missed the scene where
Yeah, my mistake. I
Guchamog
had
took it.
described Guchamog as like helping prep to cook it. But if you want to cook
Oh.
it, by all means, he'll let you cook it. Like that's your kill. It's your food.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'll say let Zenthar be working with the food, and he'll have his servant or I can't remember his name. I'm gonna see it.
Jakob,
Yeah, Jakob. Fuck, I was getting ready to say it.
you're good. You're good.
Jakob will just be kind of just helping him out with that the whole time. I'd imagine.
I'll squat down on a free side of the animal. Would this be alright if I helped you out with this a little?
Be my guest, and he'll if he don't already have a dagger of sorts, if he can like see it on your person, he would offer.
I would have a dagger, but I also have my claws. That would be
Okay,
good for skinning.
fair enough.
I'm just thinking about like your first Sona. I help you.
Lorelei and I were talking, and we are wanting to set up a watch for the nights and shifts. And like I don't know how far into it, but like I'll dress the whole side out, try and break off the arm so that we can, get the entire hide off pretty easily. Uh, would you possibly want to take one of these shifts, or would that not be something you would be interested in?
Well, I usually end up taking first watch anyway. I don't see why I can't. Besides, as a human, no, as he's like ripping like a piece of the meat, figure I don't require as much sleep as they do. And I find it to be more effective.
When we, invert it, I'll just take my middle finger and slice all the way down so that all the innards start to spill out. It would be other way, because you're hanging them by their back feet.
Right.
Right here, Malcolm. Right here. All right.
Yeah, I'll get in and get as dirty as need be, helping, but letting him take the lead.
Okay. About midway through this prep, like the meal is served, and whoever is taking the first rest, like whoever wants to take the first rest, should be like starting to wind down. You've worked your way into the evening. You've set up the camp. The food is cooked. You guys are, you're hanging it over the fire. It is getting to that point of evening. I just want to put that out there that you're getting closer to it. It's starting to get dark. The canopy, the light of your campfire is kind of the light that you're limited to, and all that goodness there. You do hear the sounds of, like, as night falls, animals become much more active. So you hear sounds of bird calls. You hear the sounds of like monkey calls. You hear the sounds of probably some dinosaur hisses and like alligator hisses and stuff like that. As you probably not alligators because they're cold blooded. Probably not iguanas either. Dinosaurs maybe. Yeah, you just the night becomes a little more active. Under the canopy, the sound kind of gets trapped and a little bit louder. Continue. I didn't mean to interrupt. I did anyways.
I would take a few of the pieces of meat and try and stretch them out as far as possible over some of. We have a fire, right?
You do.
Okay. Over some of the coals, trying to slow cook them in order to get a quick jerky, something that would survive longer than, an hour or two.
So who is and how do you assign your first watch?
I'd walk back to. Zensaw said that he would take first watch. What did you get from talking to your two?
Yeah, Phoenix is not going to be helpful at all, but Sage can definitely actually probably be the biggest help. She can see in the dark and she knows a lot about the jungle. Or nature, I should say. So yeah, we should be fine.
Zensaw said that they could take a lot of the watch. I think it's because they are an elf. So we probably
Does
only need
make
two of
sense.
us, but maybe we still want someone
Well,
just to help.
I can pair up with Sage. I don't mind that at all. Maybe if you want to ask Guchamog or someone else, I don't think they're going to be much help. But
You pan across and
ask.
Lady Mirabelle is hanging out her knickers, her undies, hanging out her undies. Fantastic.
I knew what you meant, but
Like
she
what?
started to take them off.
He said, "I knew there was some raised brows through here."
Hanging out her undies, because I'm not going to get myself canceled for things I shouldn't say. Hanging out her undies as she's now in just a robe, and she's like, "What's that, dear? You want help with the watch? I once led the watch in my neighborhood, caught a bunch of ne'er-do-wells, ringing doorbells and running away. I'm quite useful in a watch."
If you would like to help, you're more than welcome.
No, thank you. She closes her tent. Like,
yeah. I mean, I suppose you could always ask Phoenix to sit with you if that's what you wanted, but I don't know, he seems a little titchy today, so it's your choice. But yeah, I'll take a watch with Sage. That'll be lovely.
Does they have any preference for which time?
They did say she said morning, so I think we'll be the last watch.
Alright, so why don't we let Zen take the first half? I'll take a little bit and then you two can finish.
Sounds perfect.
You all right there,
His
bud?
voice is killing me.
You all right there, bud? Feel bad.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Well, as you prepare for your first watch, as I said, the food is prepped, served. There is enough, if I'm not mistaken, you got 6 servings of water and food, plus the boar. You are absolutely sure that you have enough food. Water, currently you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people in your camp. Between
How many of them filled up from the canes earlier?
both Jakob and Mara filled up their things at the snap canes. So they both had 2 servings of water. So that just leaves you with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you just need 1 extra person. Well, and I guess Mirabelle could have filled her cane, her cantina. So you are met with your usage of water for the day, because Mr. Body doesn't need to drink. As you begin your rest, who is taking the first rest, the first watch?
I would have gone over and explained to Zenthar about the shifts.
You would have what?
Explained to you that you said that you could do more, so that you were going to do 2 watches essentially,
Yeah. That's fine.
and then to wake me up, and then I would wake up Lorelei and Sage.
Okay. Well, as you well, what are the rest of you doing? Like, describe the last things your characters do as you like prep to go to bed. Because I know you're going to bed. I know that there is a watch happening. What are you doing to get there?
I'm gonna just go lay down next to Sage wherever she has made her nest.
It's a really apt word.
I'll take out my little bedroll and I'll lay right next to her and let her know that we're gonna do a watch together.
Yeah. I would just roll over and go to sleep, like honestly. Yeah, like pass out anywhere. And it would be like in an actual tent, with no like. But I would be really particular actually about the tent is set up. Like I would probably follow the one lady who said it has to be facing a specific direction. I would have turned the tent. Like I would make sure that there is a circle around us. I would like walk that perimeter. It would be weird, but that's do the same thing every single time.
Nice. She definitely said to the east. That is her just to reiterate, she said to the east.
Yep.
Cool. So you're going to bed, Phoenix. You have a tent. I'm assuming you just crawl in it.
I mean, I imagine he stays up pretty late.
Okay.
Just to annoy anyone who decides to stay up.
Well, Zenthar has the first watch, so he'd be the first one you can annoy.
Yeah, he'll just do what he did before on the boat and just stare into his soul.
So unsettling. How many hours of rest do you require, Phoenix?
None.
None.
Rest is for the weak.
Oh, good. Okay, so you'll just be dead in a couple days.
Oh yeah, it'll make you weak, and that's gonna be really lovely.
Then you just have to carry me.
So, is anybody staying up? Sorry, I just like asked that right outright. Is anybody staying up with Zenthar other than Phoenix? Cool. Phoenix, not Phoenix, Zenthar, as you start your rest, so let me describe the scene to you. You see Mara, who is just like collapsed in the corner against somebody's tent. They didn't bother setting up their tent. While you were all having this discussion, they like fell asleep with a chunk of meat in their mouth, and they're just like you can barely hear the raspy breathing as they're trying to breathe around the chunk of meat. They're like their nose is all congested. They're having a very hard time. I regret nothing. Okay, they're having a hard time breathing around the chunk of fried boar, cooked boar. Their muscles are very sore. They look very helpless, just kind of like resting there quietly. You see Jakob is like he's trying to keep a watch with you, but he ends up like falling asleep at your tent, hoping that eventually when you go to sleep you'll be there. Guchamog, everybody else goes to bed except for Phoenix, who is sitting across the camp, staring at you the same way they did when you were on the boat. Yeah, that's the scene of your watch. What do you you are actually like a seasoned warrior in a sense. Do you have things that you picked up from your background as to how to take a watch? If I was taking a watch, I would have to walk or I'd fall asleep. Guarantee. Like
for sure.
if I'm not walking, I'm sleeping. Done. Is it after 8 p.m.? Sleeping. What does Zenthar do to keep awake? And I know that you could just technically enter your trance, but what does Zenthar's watch look like?
I do think, duly due to tonight, for the first little while, I would say he'd just be sitting down, just having a break, because he was just working with the pig for a while. So he's just, you know what, I just a couple minutes to chill out here, and then like you said, yeah, he would be a little bit more antsy, or like I guess sleepy to be antsy, and start doing more of like a patrol-y type of aspect, or I can't even speak words. English is difficult.
For all of us.
He would more or less try and be active so he could stay awake. He wouldn't. I wouldn't say he would necessarily sharpen his shit because that's loud.
Shink. Sleep, y'all.
Yeah,
Shink.
in the middle of the night. I don't know. Maybe he'll like teeter around with the environment, doing like, or like just tampering it with ways to not just be completely bored.
Yeah.
Start sky for a while, stuff like that.
Yeah. So as you're kind of like walking around the outside of the camp and kicking logs and stuff, you're looking at the tripwire set by Lorelei and Voltor. You're looking at like think. Oh, that's a tightly strung wire. You're kind of just walking around. You can still smell the scent of your boar on the warm coals. You do hear the sounds of like a larger bird, not a bird of prey, but like a larger bird off in the distance, kind of like an ostrich sound, some kind of thing like that. Yeah, like it's a weird sound, right? It's a very large. I don't know if you can tell if it's a terrestrial or an avian bird, but you hear a large like maybe a peacock type of sound. They kind of sound loud or sound larger than they are. Anyway, you hear like some kind of noise off, and as you're looking off the distance, you hear like a telltale twig snap. As you look back and you see one of these. I don't know if this is going to show up for you guys. I can't tell what shows up on your screen and what doesn't. Probably not. You see one of these tiny little dinosaurs that you saw during the trial of initiative before you encountered the baryonyx that killed Fang or dragged Fang off into the wild. These tiny little velociraptor dinos, and it just kind of looks at you curiously, and it like peeks over a log. It's almost like Zenthar is watching a repeat of the scene out in the trial of initiative, where it peeks over the log and kind of looks at you, and it's like.
I feel like, is it just how many of them is there?
It's just one peering over a log at you from around a tree, almost comedically, like just making noises and cocking its head at you, turning its head a lot, looking at you again engagingly from that side of the camp.
I feel like he would be friendlier with that one, like I guess try and respond back to it until there's several of them, or if there's more than just that one.
Yeah, like you walk over.
One's fine.
You walk over to it, like you're engaging with it.
Yeah, I would say he's like he'll move slowly to it. Maybe he'll have a slab of the boar or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah. You take
Try to be a little bit nicer with it.
You take a piece of the boar out, and it's like it comes out from around the corner, and it's like this little three fingered hand comes out and like scratches at the boar. Scratching it lets off a little bit of smell, and it's like like lashes out and grabs onto the little boar meat. Its little back feet come up and it starts kicking like a cat, starts kicking the boar meat while holding onto its front hands, and it's just a comedic act of this cat devouring this piece of boar that you're like kind of dawdling at it. What's
Would
your
it let him touch it?
yeah? You go to touch it, it's like it kind of like looks a little bit suspicious at you, takes a jump back, maybe like 5 feet, 6 feet back from you, kind of like hides behind a bush, and then pokes its head out again at you, like.
As he's still playing with the food?
Yeah, it's got
Oh, okay.
trying to get your attention. Roll an insight for me. Just an insight check. I know you have a passive insight, but roll an insight for me.
Insight.
This behavior is all too familiar to you. This is the exact behavior that the Velociraptors did to you in the Trial of Initiative.
You fucking turn.
You turn around, and there's 3 of them at the base of the tent at the opposite side of the camp. And you see as they're digging through Mara's pack, and one of them stands up and is like,
Oh yeah, no, get out of here.
Okay, takes off into the night with Mara's pack. As it like, and you now hear this like, as you hear this calling from 3 or 4 of these Velociraptors, as you see now that there are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these around camp. We're gonna roll initiative as these 5 of them quickly invade camp and are going to attempt to steal your shit. These annoying Velociraptors, which I will forever be using as stuff stealers. Let's see, I thought I had a macro for this. Here we go, group initiative. I know, rolling initiative.
Just watching and just didn't tell anyone about it.
Fenix is just like watching it happen. You dubious little jerk. I say that in the most endearing way possible. Now, there's supposed to be a cool way where I can. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to do this. Drag to map. Okay, you guys are over here in your little itty bitty camp. Do you see this? I know. Starting an encounter with like 8 minutes left. Who am I?
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, none of that showed up on. Oh, that's because they're on the wrong layer. Let's go to the GM layer, grab these little things, and pop them on token layer. Cool. And then because I was on the wrong map, I'm going to add initiative for you guys now. Sorry, my mistake, everybody. If you want to, if you are unconscious, you can either roll initiative now and just skip your turn until you're conscious, or you can wait until you're conscious and roll initiative then. Up to you. I saw that you already did that, Malcolm, so that's fine. And Zenthar, you are already conscious. So you are over here with this little dude. Let's go. Add turn. Bad DM is bad. So get rid of this and get rid of and do this. Oh, Jesus, loud. I mean, for me, it's loud. May not be loud for you guys. Okay. Phoenix, that's painful.
Yeah, that's about right.
I don't know what to do with that. I guess I'll just put you at the 0. Like, that's interesting. I've never had somebody roll.
He goes all the way back around, and now he's going first.
Never a 0 initiative.
What happened?
Phoenix rolled a 0.
0?
He rolled a 1 and has a -1 to his initiative. Okay.
That's how little shits he gives about a situation.
So he's literally just watching it happen. Let's see. Sleep. Valtor is still asleep. Zenthar is not. Cool. So right away, where is this? Oh man. Put them on the all right, I'm going to turn the foreground layer off for myself. So the one that's right next to you, Zenthar, as it like calls out to the other ones, is going to take a disengage action and dart off towards the like off the area. So it's going to like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and like go hide under a bush. It can't take the hide action, but it's just going to dash off in this direction after taking the disengage. Yeah, cool. After that, Valtor, you're unconscious. This one is going to rush in. I said that they were already up here next to Mara, so I'm going to put these 2 next to Mara. It's going to pick up his shit in just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and dash off, like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, really far off into the woods, having his pack. Zenthar, you now see that you have been played the fool. These adorable little dinos have taken you for a fool, not once, but twice.
Second time.
Not again.
Ooh, this is gonna be a questionable. Do I have anything? Yes, I do. Okay. I do believe that Zenthar would run if there is a clean route through the camp. I don't know.
Sure.
Is it like
I just
he
set
could
this
run
up.
through it in a sense?
Yeah, I just
or-
set this up in a quick moment. So I mean, I can like drag all these people up here, and drag make your just camp bigger.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I can just make the camp bigger, and you can easily have a path through it.
I was wondering why my character was kind of faded or weird. Like,
oh yeah, there's
anyways,
a tree.
He's gonna run through. I realize that now. Ooh, piece of ham. I too am eating ham. Ran through as he would just like shout, "Hey!" and he's gonna use his crossbow as he what's the term for it? It's not unsheathing a crossbow. It's
Bracking a bolt. I don't know.
well, like as it's like on his back.
Okay.
Like, with the strap, whatever, he would unstrap it or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the term for it is.
I'm with you.
But he would use it and shoot at that little booger right there.
Yeah, the one right next to Mara. I don't know if you
Yeah.
can see Mara's name, so I should probably do that.
With Mara.
Mara. That one is Mara. Yeah. Perfect.
Oh, Mara. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So you level your crossbow with this thing. Are you making any noise to wake up your party? Or are you letting them sleep through this? Okay.
He'd run through, he would yell, "Hey," like out loud.
You're calling out the alarm? Okay. Cool.
In a sense.
Yeah. If you want your characters to wake up to that, go ahead. I'm not going to make you guys roll Constitution saving throws to wake up from being asleep. It's a loud noise. You are adventurers. You know to wake up or to not wake up. Okay. 17 hits for sure. That little thing. 6. Yeah. Bing! You hit it in like the thigh, and it looks down, and it does like the my leg. It's just like panicking about the being shot in the leg. Okay, yeah. It's frightened as hell as all get out. Anything else, Zenthar?
So little fucker's crippled. All right. No, I think that'll do it.
It doesn't grab anything. It just uses the dash action 5, 20, 25, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. It just like running off, limping off into the woods into the jungle to flee its grievous wound. This one sees that it's been had. It's going to run 5, 10, 15 up here to Guchamog's tent. Just like rip open the tent and just stick its head in and grab something and try to run away. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 30. It gets back to here. These little things are greedy. This one's going to run up to Lady Mirabelle's tent. It doesn't know whose tent this is. It just and you see it like it pokes its head in and then it just goes falls dead to the ground as it has eaten. It has touched something it shouldn't have touched. Okay, Phoenix, you are conscious. You are not unconscious like the rest of the group. What would you like to do, Phoenix? Would you like to have a reaction? Or are you just watching this play out?
Oh no, as long as they're not touching his stuff, he doesn't give a shit. He's just gonna watch this play out.
Excellent. Any of you who are asleep and want to wake up at the sound of this can. As we are approaching the end of the first round, I'm gonna get you in because we have like 2 minutes left till our time has elapsed. We're just gonna get through this first round of this and set the stage for next time. 17. Thank you, Lorelei. Sage, do you want Sage to wake up to this? Definitely. Cool. Go ahead and roll initiative. Click your token, or I can add it for you.
Did you not see it?
You did?
You had a 21.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I rolled a nat 20.
Where did I see it? Oh, there it is, way up there. Wow. Oh, cool. I just forgot to add you a long time ago because I'm a bad DM. I'm not. I'm self-deprecating.
Yeah, Dama.
What?
You said you were a bad DM, so I said bad Llama
Yeah.
from Emperor's New Groove.
I gotta watch that again. It's been too long. Okay. I've got all of you in there, including but not limited to all of you. Cool. This one will run up to the now conscious tent of Sage. You would have had a chance to go before this, Sage, as you hear the sound of Xanthar saying, "Hey," as like loudly in the camp. Now, if you engage in combat, your rest starts over. So measure your like tireds and your stuff like that. If you just wake up, it's not a big deal. But if you engage in combat, your rest will need to start over. It's the beginning of the night, so technically, you all still have a chance to get your 6 hours. If this were the second or third watch, it'd be very difficult. Now, if you're going to take a watch later, anyway, go ahead, Sage.
I'd have woken up and then I would just kind of crouch by the beginning of the tent, and it would probably just hold a spell to attack if something came to the tent.
Okay, perfect.
Defensively.
Yeah. With that, this little velociraptor is going to run up to your tent. It runs up to your tent, sees you there, and is like, "Hey!"
Hello.
And runs the other way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It can get off into the dark.
I would let it run away.
Yeah.
If it didn't attack me, I wouldn't attack it.
They were not here for conflict. They were here for stealing quickly. Voltor, you were able to wake up promptly at the alert of, "Hey."
I see a little one dead right in front of
Lady Mirabelle.
Okay. Yeah. And I can just barely see that one. I don't see any others.
Yeah. You. What's your passive perception?
10.
You see no others.
Damn.
Okay. He will move over between these two and pull out his rapier, and if anything comes close.
Okay. It's good to be prepared. And this is where we'll run through the end of this round, and then we'll call it quits for this week, just to get us back into it. As you pull out your rapier to be prepared, you notice a much bigger dinosaur, not much bigger, but bigger nonetheless. A sizable change, as one of these has much heavier footsteps as it comes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And it now sees through the hole. It sees Lady Mirabelle laying there in whatever state she is, as her undergarments. I'm not going to call them what I called them last time. As her undergarments are hanging out on a line in front of her tent. Mm-hmm. And you just hear this low, I'm not going to be able to do it properly tonight, but this little as it pokes its head in through its tent. And you hear as Lady Mirabelle is kind of scared of this thing is now in there. And it, you see its head rummaging around. This one is off the map already, so it's done. Lorelei, you've heard 2 loud sounds: the hey and the shrill shriek of Lady Mirabelle as something has poked its way into her tent and is, I was gonna say that, yeah, bothering her. Where's the duck?
I would exit my tent and just kind of go right to the middle between Phoenix and Xanthar and just say, "What's happening?" And that would be my turn.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Phoenix with this. I know dialogue isn't part of it, so he's just gonna look at her and like, "Oh, Xanthar just got played for a fool by a tiny dinosaur."
And I watched it happen. Subtext.
I would have helped, but I was completely defenseless. I couldn't do anything.
Not without my potions. Hard cut to the potions that are on your chest. For those who don't know,
those weren't there before.
For those who don't know, Phoenix is playing a wizard, but we are adapting the spell casting to be he like uncorks spells to potions to make spells. So yes, he's like, I don't have my spells. All right, cool. Zenthar, at the turn of the round, we're gonna play all the way through to the end of the round, and then we'll stop there.
All right. I'm assuming he would have. Well, let's see. Oh yeah, that works perfectly. Perfectly. He wants to get up in some action. He's gonna run his way over to this guy and give him a whack thump. Or a thump whack, you can pick.
Yeah, the big dude.
Fuck.
Yeah. So you run up to him, and his body is like in the tent, so it's hard for you to come past the tent and then hit back at it because you have to like run past and then hit back this way. And it's just awkward. And as you do, he pulls his head out real quick. It pulls its head out real quick and just looks at you with that low like. I can't do it today. My voice isn't there.
Jokes on me, he's gonna action surge and whack him again.
Whack, whack, fuck. Yeah, it pulls its head out to look at you, and that's when you're fully ready and you hit it. Yeah, 18 hits.
It was a feint. Jokes on you.
Yeah, you hit this thing, and it like you hit it upside the head, and it kind of like staggers to it's one of its hands go down, and it looks at you again. This one, which is to you. Oh, you blanked out during that combat, so you don't remember that experience.
I say I don't have a clue what this is.
Yeah, touche. All right. This one, hearing the call of its master, is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, as it runs back in here to its dead mother. Gujamog will wake up, of course. You know what? No, Gujamog will sleep through this because he knows you guys are. He'll wake up and not act so that he can't burn his long rest. This one is going to.
Fuck you, figure it out.
Yeah, he's like, hey, listen, I can't do everything for you. You won't learn. This one will run forward, and sorry, it has its query already, but it's going to run to the den mother. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As it runs over here towards its master, Phoenix. Again, you are awake, but you do not need to contribute to the fight unless you choose to.
Yeah, no, this one he's still just looking at Laura like, yeah, I was completely defenseless, couldn't do anything.
Perfect. And that is where we will end as we come to the turn of the turn order here. I should probably put Sage in front of that thing. Okay, so let's come to the end of the turn order here, and we'll stop there for the week. I know that was slow getting into it, but I wanted to reestablish the story and the scene, and all of that leading up to our getting back into combat in your first night. Kind of, is it really your first night out in the wild? You had the trial of initiative, then you had the boat, then you had Fort Beluarian. Yeah, it is. This is your first night in the jungle. Like your first night raw in the jungle.
Like what?
No?
Like the real jungle.
When it's the wolf things.
Yeah, the trial of initiative. That was like the pseudo jungle when they put you in the floodplains and like yeah, okay. Cool. Well, cool. Thanks everybody. I'm gonna stop the stream. Goodbye. Oh my, where's my mouse? Here we go. Cool.